Find Indie Sleep and a collection of other calming channels and podcasts in the SiriusXM app. Just search sleep.
Baseball season's almost here, and MLB Network Radio will get you ready for opening day with a tour of spring training. Hear team previews of all 30 teams as our experts talk with players, managers, and executives shaping the 2025 season. How does your team look? Our team will break it all down. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training, going on now on SiriusXM Channel 89 and the SiriusXM app.
24/7 on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Playing in the Four Nations face-off for Team USA, Connor Hellebuck.
How do you feel about getting a chance to play for USA?
The type of hockey it's going to be fun. There's going to be some high-pressure games. You're going to be putting your country's jersey on. You're representing your country. I think we're going to have a great fan base around us. I'm really looking forward to what it brings.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91. And on your schedule with the SiriusXM app.
Join me, Gord Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91.
Sports Hub headlines.
The NFL Combine underway right now in Indianapolis. Patriots, they have met with Colorado and Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce and now still play in 2025, and the Celtics still host first-place Cleveland tomorrow night. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit WingAndOilChange.com for 15% off an extra oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray, Ryan, and Bob. They'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra. Or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.19 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/3/25.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture your favorite DQ treat, like a Blizzard treat, cone, shake, dilly bar, or peanut butter parfait. Now picture your favorite DQ treat right where it belongs. Your hand. Get a real DQ treat today. DQ. Happy tastes good.
For nearly 4 decades, WellPoint has proudly provided health coverage to Massachusetts residents through the Group Insurance Commission. If you're insured through the GIC, WellPoint offers a variety of plan options to meet your needs with comprehensive medical benefits. Based right here in Massachusetts, WellPoint is committed to supporting state and municipal employees and their families who serve our Commonwealth. WellPoint is here for your whole health, physical, mental, emotional, and social well-being. To learn more, visit wellpoint.com.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Bruins and Islanders coming up. Let's take a look at the other action around the NHL tonight. Montreal going to host San Jose, while the Blue Jackets visit the Red Wings 2 days before Ivan Provorov and Columbus host the Red Wings in a Stadium Series game.
Obviously going in there and playing there Thursday, almost like a little preview before the outdoor game. I guess in a way you can count it as a mini playoff series. 2 games, home and home, nothing better than that.
No, interesting, right? Who would have thought at this time of the year, right, with that outdoor game coming up, they're saying that, it's a playoff push. Both of these teams in the playoffs right now, fighting for the playoffs. Columbus are their punching weight, I think, all season long, and then they've hung right in there and done a nice job. In Detroit, once they made the coaching change, they really took off and continue to do so. They had a little dip, but they're right back at it and playing some good hockey.
Tampa Bay Lightning on the roll as they host Calgary tonight.
Yeah, Tampa Bay threatening Florida and Toronto. Toronto's won 3 in a row, which has kept them ahead of the Tampa Bay Lightning, who have won 6 games in a row now heading into this one.
Got a Stanley Cup final rematch in Florida. Paul Maurice and the Panthers will host Edmonton.
Well, I think it's probably the catalyst they need. They've been off their game for a little while, and over 82 games, everybody goes through that. And when you do, sometimes you're just looking for a jump start to get you going. That game 7 memory for them we will expect them to be at their best tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Edmonton's really hit the skids here recently, and all the focus up in Edmonton and in Canada is on Stuart Skinner in net, but it's more than that, right? Like Connor McDavid scores that game-winning goal in the Four Nations Cup, and he has a couple of assists since coming back. He's -7 in those games. They've gotten blown out in a couple of games, so they have had a lot of problems keeping the puck out of the net, and they're trying to find some ways right now to get back on track because they're when you look at their standings, they're behind Vegas. Are they going to catch Vegas? They have a chance to. They're right there. They're only a couple points behind, but it's they need to straighten some things out. I heard somebody talking today about it. You've got the high-end talent, but there's some of the the 5th, 6th defensemen and some of the guys that they brought in, whether it was Jeff Skinner or whether I think it was Arvidsson, they haven't really worked out so much this year.
Ovechkin watch continues tonight in Washington with the Blues in town to take on the Caps. The Jets visit the Predators. Winnipeg's won 11 in a row coming into this one.
2-on-1 corner for Shifley. Shifley to the empty net. Score! Mark Shifley will make it a 3-goal lead for the Jets, and it's 4-1. And Winnipeg is that much closer to their 11th straight victory.
Well, they got it in that game. This is a good hockey team. We already know that. Kyle Connor, one of the biggest surprises to me in the gold medal game was Kyle Connor was a healthy scratch.
Yeah.
Chris Kreider played in that game. I mean, it's got to raise some eyebrows. He only played, a handful of minutes in that game, and now he's hurt. He's not even playing for the Rangers.
Right.
Kyle Connor was a healthy scratch in that game. Him and Shifley continue to light it up. Kevin Cheveldayoff, Scott Arniel deserve a ton of credit. Kevin Cheveldayoff is the GM. Scotty Arniel's the head coach. They've identified guys who don't want to be there, and they've gotten them out, and they've brought people in that want to be part of this program. And I mean, whether it's Shifley and Connor up front, on defense, Morrissey, and of course in net, you've got Connor Hellebuck. I mean, they've got a really good nucleus there in Winnipeg.
That's our look around the NHL. Joe Sacco joins Bob Beers next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The NFL's top draft prospects are ready to show their skills at the 2025 Scouting Combine.
The most dynamic player in college football, Travis Hunter.
And SiriusXM NFL Radio will have exclusive interviews with prospects, head coaches, and general managers as they prepare for the NFL Draft.
There is a surplus at certain positions this year where, hey, if we don't get one free agency, it's pretty deep in the draft.
Coverage continues all week on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
There's never a wrong time to escape to Radio Margaritaville, a channel with songs to put the lime in your coconut and transport you to an island state of mind.
I wanna go back.
With unforgettable Jimmy Buffett music, beach anthems, and concert encores. Radio Margaritaville. Channel 24 and at home with the SiriusXM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
The best in MLS play on SiriusXM FC. The beautiful game at its best. First, the Vancouver Whitecaps host the defending champion, LA Galaxy. Joseph Paixel, electric pace! Then, the action shifts to Houston, where the Dynamo duel with Inter Miami. He's in, Messi! It's a show tonight! It's an MLS doubleheader Sunday night at 5 Eastern on SiriusXM FC, 157 in the car, and on the SiriusXM app.
NHL Morning Skate.
I think general managers must sit back in their chairs, Gord, and they must say, okay, if we make a coaching change here, chances are that at least for 10 games, we're more than competitive, and we're probably going to win much more than we lose.
Coaches are probably yelling an expletive, right? About, whatever, how that particular trend is going. So you're right. So far, it's like perfect.
NHL Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick. Weekdays, 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and the SiriusXM app. Hockey lives here.
Suzuki sweeps it. There's a chance. Rebound, Caulfield shoots and scores.
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Joe, as you get set to take on the Islanders here today, I'm not going to ask you too much about the Toronto game and the way it kind of unfolded, but maybe a couple specifics during that game. You made major change on the power play with David on the right side, Geeky on the left side. You score a couple goals. You also give up a couple chances, in what was the second period or whatever it was, first and second period. Did you like what you saw? What areas do you look to improve in, and what did you like about it?
Well, I like the fact that we were attacking the net more. We put more pucks on the net. We had some more rebound opportunities. An example was Geeky's goal. That's off a shot down and into the bumper. Get the shot on goal. We have one good look, hits the net, and now we have a guy converging down low when he's at the rebound. So I thought that we did, for the most part, we did a good job. I like the look of it. Pasta had the puck in his hands more on that side. It's not to say it's going to be like that every game, because teams are going to look now and see him over there, right? Yep. They're doing their homework as well. So there were some good things. I thought we played off the shot more on the power play, which is something that we've been stressing. The odd man rushes, one of them is just, Mason has the puck at the top of the blue line. He overhandles the puck where he can just, move it right away or shoot right away. We talked about that with him. He understands that play. The other one was actually off a good play. It was Marchand setting up David from behind the net. David was coming down, and he had a great look. At one time, he broke his stick. Yeah. And so when he broke his stick, they ended up going two guys the other way on us 2-on-1. But certainly don't want to give up opportunities on the power play. But those are the two opportunities against.
David's so creative. You put him on that right side, and you talked about it coming downhill at the net on the right wing side. He tried a couple of fake shot passes across. They seem to have that taken away pretty well most of the time. But Geeky still got his looks over there on that left side. How does Marshy play into this as well?
Well, Marshy's going to play, if David's coming downhill on his forehand, he's going to be an option to be it either net front or drop off for support on the goal line, like the goal that we scored. David went down into Brad. Brad had dropped off to the goal line, and that's how we set up the bumper play. And then Geeks got the rebound, like I said. Sometimes Marsh has to work from net front, though, and then drop off. You can't just necessarily stay on the goal line the whole time, because now the goaltender's seeing a lot of the puck. So it's a little bit tricky there, right? No, I think that, as for David coming downhill, he forced maybe a play or two into the bumper or to the weak side, but, he sees something, he's going to try it. I think that, having two right-handed shots, one in the bumper and one on the opposite side of the elbow, it aligns pretty good with our sticks.
Geeks has had a very good year. After a slow start, he really picked it up and, added to his goal scoring and chances. He seems to get tons of chances every game. Did you see that when he first came here? Because he played a little bit of a different role, a much different role, actually, than he's playing right now.
No, I don't think we saw. We knew that we had a guy that had some offensive ability and could score some goals because of his shot. His shot really stood out when he first got here. He can really rip the puck. So we thought there might be something there. And then he's taking advantage of an opportunity playing with, obviously, an elite player, number one, and Pav was a good hockey player, too. And when you get those opportunities, you make the most of it, and that's what he's doing right now. I think David's playing great hockey for us. He's been excellent, and Keeks is doing his job. He's finding open ice. He seems to be reading the play well in the offensive zone. And like I said, when it's on his stick, the nice thing is, sometimes they have a tendency to overpass, right? Which is understandable at times with David. But Geeks isn't afraid to shoot it too, and when he does, he's effective.
Take us into Mason Lohrei a little bit. I mean, we see the high-end plays he can make, and offensively, and the pass that he makes, and what he's capable of doing. There's some defensive lapses, I understand. He's playing more minutes, he's getting an opportunity. But from a mental side of it, how does he handle it when a mistake is made?
I think he handles it well. He tries to retain the message that's being sent to him as far as what we're trying to show him and work with him in correct areas that he needs to look at. He retains the information well. I think he has the ability to, if I make a mistake, I park it and I'm out next shift. I've got to keep playing here. And that's a good quality to have as a player, because as we both know, there's a lot of mistakes made in the game of hockey, right? Some of them are just because that's the way the game's played. It's a fast-paced game. Some of it is you're a young player, you're learning the league, you're learning the risk versus reward factor still, when to take chances, when not to take chances. And I think that's the biggest thing right now with Mace, is understanding the game management part of it. And he can make plays. He's made some really high-end plays. understanding maybe, okay, I can't go here at this particular time of the game, I need to back off, or maybe this is a better play or a simple play. But, we're not trying to take any creativity away from Ace. We got to let him play, but we also have to teach him the value of playing away from the puck. And he's willing to learn.
Last question for you on the Islanders. I mean, it wasn't long ago they were putting a winning streak together. They're starting to knock on the door. All of a sudden they lose a few games in a row. When they're playing well, what do they look like? And then when they're losing games, how are they losing games?
I think when they're playing well, like any team, that they're confident, they're feeling better about themselves. One thing they do more so than the Islanders in the past teams, from what I've seen, is they're a little bit more dangerous off their rush now, off their entries. They'll try to make some plays. Their defense are a little bit more involved offensively. So that's a different look than what we've seen in the past from them. They still have a mentality in the offensive zone where it's a low to high, their D is shot ready, and they're going to try to get some of those big bodies inside, so we're going to have to be good in front of our net tonight. I can't speak so much as far as when they're struggling, but, like teams, sometimes you're just not feeling it, and we have to make sure that tonight, like I mentioned before, this is an important game because, they're a team that's right there with us in the standings, and we're both jockeying for position, trying to move up, so, it's an important game here tonight.
Appreciate it, Joe. Good luck here tonight.
Okay, thanks.
Let's Coach Joe Sacco. Bruins Islanders are next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
The biggest games in the world. Ovechkin fires. He scores! Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
On Wednesday night, the Bruins came out of the gate strong against the Maple Leafs and built a 3-goal lead. But the second half of the night belonged to Toronto. Ekman Larsson wheels it around the Bruins zone, taken off the far wall. A centering pass. Holmberg scores! Pontus Holmberg ties it at 4 with 46 seconds to go. It's a breakaway for Marner. Marner skating in slowly, goes to the forehand and scores. And the Toronto Maple Leafs win it in overtime. Tonight, Boston closes out their homestand against an Islander team that's also in the midst of a 4-game losing streak with fading playoff hopes. It's the Bruins and the New York Islanders coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, his shot. It's all tied up.
Cam Neely. Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick. And the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, Bosch Tools, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand and a save, Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, McGovern Auto Group, Hub International New England, Timberline Construction, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. It's 100 point backhand score and a penalty shot for Raymond Gordon.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
Bruins getting ready to take on the New York Islanders. Both teams looking to snap 4-game losing streaks. How does Boston make sure it's them?
I mean, the Bruins, there's X's and O's in this game. Obviously, there always are. But you've lost 4 games in a row. You put yourself in a position to win all 4 of them. You've come away with 2 out of a possible 8 points. Something has to give, right, with these 2 teams losing 4 in a row.
Keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Opening face-off is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit BuyFordNow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Who's scoring big in the NBA this season? You are, with all the new ways to get in on the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. From monster slams to dishing the rock to clearing the glass, get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. And here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Take it to the rack with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Bruins and the New York Islanders getting ready to meet for the third and final time in this regular season. Before we drop the puck, let's take you down to ice level and get tonight's national anthem from Todd Angeli.
On poster, please welcome Todd Angeli. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Todd Angeli with the national anthem. We get set for the Islanders and the Bruins. We'll look at our starting lineups here tonight. In net for the New York Islanders is Ilya Sorokin. On defense, the pairing of Alexander Romanov and Tony DeAngelo. And up front, Anders Lee, Bo Horvat, Anthony Duclair. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman in goal. Nikita Zadorov and Brandon Carlo, your defensemen. And up front, Brad Marchand, Elias Lindholm, and Charlie Coyle. The starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
The first 5 minutes are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first five contestant of the game is David Boyven of Lunenburg, Mass. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, David will win a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins in the home black sweaters will go from left to right in the first period. As Elias Lindholm stands in for the opening face-off against Bo Horvat, and we are underway from TD Garden. Bruins control the opening draw. Carlo going to rip it in around behind Sorokin. It goes to the far sideboards, poked free by Marchand, and a wide-angle shot by Lindholm in on Sorokin against that far post. Marchand tried to spin it right back in front. Does on a second effort, tipped toward the net by Coyle. Lindholm now chased it toward the near wall. Bounced off the skate of Marchand, came to Coyle in front, kicking it to his stick, and a backhand in front by Lindholm. Denied by Sorokin as Lee will backhand it out of the zone.
That's too many men. That's too many men. Got to be called.
Puck came over right by the Islanders bench.
You got a guy hopping on the ice. Even though he doesn't, they're not going to call it. Even though he doesn't touch the puck, he gets involved in the play. Helicop's on the ice. He's involved in the play. There's a pass going over there to Lindholm right in front of the Islanders bench as they're making that line change. And the rule is if you get involved in the play, it does not say if you touch the puck. It's involved in the play. It also says touch the puck, but it's he disrupted that pass.
Bruins get an attack zone face-off, but no power play out of it. Pasternak tried a shot, was blocked up and over the net. Mason Lohrei down into the right wing corner to play that puck toward the back of the net. Geekie carries it toward the far side hash marks. Now try to backhand it back down low. Was cut off, and the Islanders come the other way. Coming in across the line. Palmieri with a shot. Glove stopped by Swayman. Hangs on to it. Face-off will be to his left with 57 seconds gone in his first period.
Yeah, not to be lost. Good shift there by the Bruins. Lindholm, Coyle, Marchand in the offensive zone, getting some help from the D, but really pressing on that first shift, getting a couple pucks to the net. Looking for a little bit more maybe from Coyle on that right side. Marchand had a good game. Lindholm has had a couple of good games here for them. But that's a line that can be effective for them up front and be a load to handle down low.
Face-off will be to the left of Swayman, as I said. It'll be taken by Beecher against Cizikas. Won by the Bruins. Wotherspoon pushed it up the far boards. Helped out of the zone by Cole Koepke as he got into it with Cizikas along the boards. Dumped right back into the Boston zone by Adam Boqvist. Wotherspoon out of the far corner. Got it to Koepke in a second effort. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Here's Siplikov moving toward the high slot. Gets knocked down by Callahan. Beecher will bring it toward the near side and out into the neutral ice. Dumped in by Koepke. Sent right back out of there. And Siplikov will skate it back into the Boston zone. Harassed by Beecher. Carlo comes over to help as well. Puck comes around the near side off Wotherspoon. McLean got it toward the back of the net. Hudson Fashing into that far corner, back around toward the near side. Siplikov going to carry it toward the top of the face-off circle, send it back to the blue line just onside, the official says. But
he had a tough call there because he kind of blocked out.
Arlo.
We'll never know unless...
Well, I haven't cleared it yet.
No, they haven't.
Puck into the near corner. Bashing, brings it off the end wall, send one out in front for McLean, and Swayman coming out to the top of his crease to get a piece of that.
This group's been out there for a while for the Bruins. They need a line change.
Wotherspoon from the near circle has some space. He'll carry it ahead toward the red line, dump it into the Islanders zone. Sorokin out of the net to play it.
Thanks to Swayman, now we'll never know.
It'll be lifted back in by Fashing. To the back of the Bruins net, Lohrei and Mark Gatcomb came together. Puck comes careening down into the Islanders zone. Putting pressure on there is Riley Tufte against Tony DeAngelo. Back into the neutral ice, Anthony Duclair. This is Lee to Duclair. Off to the right side. Here's Horvat. Throws one through the slot. Untouched. It comes from the near side wall. DeAngelo spun it back in deep. Checked by Lohrei. DeAngelo's got it back at the left wing point. Goes at center of the blue line and on to the right side. Horvat tried to shoot. It was blocked by Patra and goes up and out of play.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a long shift, and it ended up being McLean who gets free, kind of backdoor, because the Islanders win a couple of battles down low, and Bruins get caught puck watching. They leave McLean wide open. That was a long shift for that line. You had Beecher out there, you had Koepke out there. I think Castle had gotten off, and Brazo would come out for him, but...
Opportunity for Kyle McLean, whose dad is one of the Islanders' assistant coaches, John McLean.
He was a good player for the New Jersey Devils for a long time.
Face-off win here in the defensive zone. Marchand to Carlo in the middle. Up the right side, missed Elias Lindholm. That's going to be an icing against the Bruins with 3:04 gone in this first period.
How many power plays are we going to get today, Ryan?
Well, based on the first two games, not many. These two teams have played twice. There have been a grand total of 2 power plays, one for each side in the 2 games. Which is probably not the worst thing in the world, considering neither of these teams are very good on special teams. As Dobson sets one up over to the far side. A one-timer went wide. Puck came back around near side, and Holmstrom missed the net. Pellick at the far point, forced out of the zone by Marchand. Palmieri gets back into the Islanders zone to play it onto the near side. Tapped off the wall by Holmstrom, but Fedorov has it. Beek Trying to angle a long pass ahead for Elias Lindholm. That one disrupted and would have forced him offside, so he'll turn and go for a change. Islanders with possession. Puck into the skates of Duclair. Gets it into the Boston zone, but controlled by Peak. Pass toward the near side. Pasternak had a lunge to try to get that puck out into the neutral zone and did. It'll be Romanov back for the Islanders. D'Angelo, neutral ice. Duclair knocked off the puck. Pasternak got it to Geekie. Geekie moving high slot. Took a shot. That's blocked. And Horvat will play it off the near boards and ahead to Lee. Lee brings the Islanders ahead. Duclair along the near side boards. Takes a hit from Peak. Boot the puck into the corner. Around the boards it goes to the far side. And Tufte has some space coming up ice. He'll chip it in from the red line. Sorokin lifts up off the glass near side. Pasternak takes it from there, but has it taken away. Horvat got it to Siplikov, and Callahan able to swipe it away from him. Just about 4.5 minutes into this first period, no score. Shots 3-2 in favor of Boston so far. As the Islanders move it into the slot, Siplikov had come behind him. Matra goes the other way. Tufte's got Brazo up the right side. Brazo trying to slide it in front for Tufte, and Bullock got a piece of it.
Yeah, I think he tried to change his mind at the last second. He's got to let that shot go. Brazo's got that puck. It's a clear-cut 2-on-1. Yeah, you got Tufte on the left side, but, I mean, you're inside the dot there. And, you know, if you're...
Giveaway at the blue line here for the Bruins, but trying to get up the shot. Gatcomb had it swiped down toward the end wall. Matra got upended, but got the puck out of the zone. It'll come back into the zone for Carlo, who plays it toward the Boston bench. They had to be careful because they were in the midst of a change.
Yep.
Off the near side boards in the Islander zone. Pellick played it up the near side. Zadorov got back in front of McLean to regain the puck. Zadorov going to carry it through center ice, all the way in across the Islander line. Down the right wing side, centering pass bounced away from Kastelik. Right back towards Zadorov, left it along the far boards, but as it comes through the middle, Islanders will control. Given right back away, though, as Gatcomb handed it off for Kastelik. Lifted out of the zone by D'Angelo, and a bouncing puck comes back into Boston territory. Diving effort by Coyle to knock it away from Holmstrom, who ended up with the puck anyway. Lohrei now gives it to Coyle, and now Elias Lindholm to Marchand. Across the line they come. Coyle down the left circle, goes around behind the net. Brings it toward the near face-off dot. Up top for Pete with a shot into traffic in front, knocked down. Holmstrom poking at it toward the blue line, but can't get it out. Here's Lindholm with a turnaround shot, saved by Sorokin, and Marchand gets pulled away from a possible rebound as Sorokin covers it up. 13:42 left here in the first period. No score. Bruins and Islanders at TD Garden on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Hear every note of U2's epic journey, from their post-punk roots in the streets of Dublin to groundbreaking live experiences around the globe. Plus, exclusive commentary from rock's most dynamic band.
U2 doesn't have a genre because it's in that discovery of new territory that we come alive.
U2 X Radio, Channel 32, and at home with the SiriusXM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Baseball season's almost here, and MLB Network Radio will get you ready for opening day with a tour of spring training. Hear team previews of all 30 teams as our experts talk with players, managers, and executives shaping the 2025 season. How does your team look? Our team will break it all down. MLB Network Radio's tour of spring training, going on now on SiriusXM Channel 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Feel the excitement of the UEFA Champions League knockout stage on SiriusXM FC. Europe's best clubs.
What a start for Inter! And Barca are level! Brilliant Arsenal goal!
The world's brightest stars.
Mbappe! Kane! Salah to score!
All chasing club soccer's ultimate prize.
A new page in their glorious history.
The Champions League knockout stage, where legends are made. On SiriusXM FC, channel 157 in the car, and the SiriusXM app.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Start your 2025 in a new F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 48 straight years. No score, Bruins and Islanders here at TD Garden. 13:42 left in this first period. The end of this homestand for the Bruins. They will hit the road for a pair of afternoon games this coming weekend in Pittsburgh on Saturday, and then they'll take on the Minnesota Wild on Sunday. Attack zone face-off to get this one resumed here with Elias Lindholm standing in against Bo Horvat. Horvat had a pair of goals, and the Islanders win last time these two teams got together. Puck shot up off the near boards and out of the Islanders zone by Pelech. Gathered right back in here by Marchand. Centering pass, looking for Coyle, broken up. It'll be Noah Dobson to get it back out through neutral ice. And now Lee chasing into the Bruins zone. Zadorov bearing down on him, puts him into the wall. Lee still able to get it toward the slot and on into the far corner.
Good matchup of the place, Zadorov and Carlo against Lee, because Lee's he's strong, he goes to the front of the net, makes a living in front of the net. 23 goals this season.
Elias Lindholm bringing into the attack zone here for the Bruins. Wraps it around the far boards. Lohrei over to Peak. His shot gets knocked down in front. Lindholm able to regain the puck from the top of the face-off circle. Took a shot with traffic in front. That too blocked off of Pelech. Now it came back for a drive to Geekie just on, and he put one up off the glass. Pelech in the near corner. Steers it off the near boards and out. That's going to go for an icing here against the Islanders with 12:41 to go in the first.
Geekie not shy about shooting that puck, right? A good pinch down boards, and Geekie had just come off the bench, so he had the big back-scratching slap shot from out high that time. Did not find the net. Puck was rolling a little bit on him.
Don't be shy. He's got the hot hands lately.
Yep. And he can shoot it.
10 goals in his last 15 games. On the far side circle, here's Pasternak with a takeaway, trying to get to the front of the net, but got stood up by Pelech.
Pelech's a good defensive defenseman. A nice defensive play there. Pasternak dragged that puck from the left wing side, trying to take it to the front of the net.
Geekie trying to shoot again. That one block comes off the near wall to Zaka, but turned over. And Palmieri leads the Islanders through the neutral zone on the left wing side. Gives to Nelson down the left circle, and his shot goes up and over Swayman. Hooked out on the far boards. A 2-on-1 turning into a 3-on-1 here as Pasternak comes down the right side, shoots, and save made by Sorokin. Rebound into the far corner. Geekie keeps alive to Pasternak at the back of the net. Trying to center for Zaka. That one is knocked aside. And the Islanders will clear it out. Palmieri will play back into the Boston zone and head for a change. Wotherspoon out of the far corner. Puck chipped away and goes into the crease. So Swayman covers it up, and the Islanders will get an attack zone face-off.
Yeah, Islanders hustling back that time. It's Geekie moving the puck to Pasternak on the right side. You know, Zaka's not an option because you've got a couple guys coming back for the Islanders to try to take him away. And Romanov comes over to at least bother the shot by Pasternak, but he takes that shot instead of trying to force it over to Geekie that time. Sorokin makes a nice save on him.
Pasternak looking to extend what is already the best streak in the league this year. 15 straight games he's had a point. 30 points over those 15 games. Also is looking for his 800th career point if he gets one tonight. Face-off win here by the Islanders. A shot by Pulick. Redirected into the near corner. Wotherspoon got knocked to his knees. Still able to push the puck up the wall. Kastelik trying to get it out of the zone. Could not. Boqvist threw it back toward the net. Steered out of there by Wotherspoon. He's got Beecher moving ahead. Beecher trying to get to his forehand. Got taken down.
Penalty shot.
And no indication for a penalty shot.
He gave a tripping call.
Wow. Beecher looked to have had at least a half a step on both of the defensemen who were coming back.
I'm not even sure there was a penalty there, to be honest with you. He kind of blew a tire, but they're going to give him a tripping call.
New York, number 34 is a 2-minute minor for slashing.
Call it a slash against Adam Boqvist.
When I first saw it, that penalty shot, now I'm watching it again. I mean, you're going to get that call more often than not. Now, Beecher needs to do that more often just in terms of using his speed, whether it's with the puck or without the puck. He's got great speed. You just don't see it enough from him. That time he got it up the middle and he just turned on the afterburners, went straight up the gut. And Yeah, not much of a slash, but you're going to get that call more often than not when you're in that position.
One hand on the stick for that slash. Here's Lorai. I mean, off the draw.
I thought at first it was going to be a penalty shot.
Here's Marchand to Pasternak, misfired on a one-timer. Puck came to Marchand. He kicked it onto his stick and got the shot off.
Yeah, kind of a broken play. Sorokin just pushed right out there, cut down the angle, made a left pad save.
Islanders clear it all the way down. 1:40 to go on the power play. Bruins moving left to right. Lorai.
Pasternak had a chance from that one-timer last game against Toronto and shattered his stick and led to a 2-on-1 going back the other way.
There's Pasternak just inside the blue line on the right side. Gives to Lorai, center of the blue line. Over to Marchand to the left circle. Carries it down low. Deals up top here again for Lorai. Back to Marchand, top of the face-off circle. Took the shot. Redirected. Sorokin couldn't cover it. But the Islanders play it off the near boards and not out. It's Lorai to keep it alive. Marchand tried to backhand it for Lindholm. That was blocked. Pasternak kicking it toward the corner, and now the puck will be cleared up the near wall and out by Holmstrom. Lorai from the red line. Pass on to Marchand. Carries it back into the zone. Lindholm at the right wing circle. Gives to Marchand at the top. Now on to the center blue line for Lorai. Into the right circle again for Marchand. Takes a look around. Up top for Lorai. Fakes the shot. Goes right circle again for Marchand. Now gives to a cutting Pasternak as he moves it toward the right wing side. Comes in behind the net. Around to the far circle. A centering pass off of Sorokin. Marchand a save. Rebound in front. Kicked away by Sorokin again. And the Islanders will get it cleared as Nelson just pushes it out across the blue line.
Yeah, fans were getting a little impatient. They wanted that shot to be taken, but the Bruins end up getting two really good chances by being patient that time.
Pasternak's pass behind Marchand turned over, and Pelech will scale it all the way down ice. It's 15 to go on the power play. Swayman giving it up here for Lorai. Lorai carries ahead of the center circle, goes right wing side with a pass to Zacha, floats one across to the far side. Coyle had to settle a bouncing puck. Now Boqvist coming out of the box as the Islanders gain possession, but Bruins able to regain with Brazo running it around the far boards. Coyle gets forced out of the zone by Boqvist. Send it back in. Bruins tag up on the delayed offside. Islanders will get it right back out. We've got 9:06 to go here in the first period. No score. Wotherspoon.
It's been Sorokin. I mean, Swayman's had to make one really good save, and it's the only shot on goal for the Islanders. But, I mean, the Bruins have had two 2-on-1s. They've had a breakaway.
Kastelik trying to get it deep and hit the referee. Came back toward Kastelik. Cross ice. It comes to Carlo for a drive, and Sorokin made the stop there.
A rolling puck for him. Unpredictable where that one's going to go.
Callahan retrieves the puck back in the Boston zone. Pass to the right side for Beecher at center ice. He'll dump it in. Around the far boards it goes. Kepke got forced away from it by Lee. Carried back out by Romanov. Right side, Duclair kicked it into the Boston zone. Catches up with it. Kastelik knocked off his stick. Lee tried to get it back to the point, but nobody was there as Romanov had gone for a change. Puck will roll around the boards in the Boston zone now to Duclair. Chipped into the far corner, taken away by Callahan. Bruins will start out with Coyle coming right up the gut. Across the line with right wing pass to Lindholm. Winds and fires just wide of Sorokin. Thrown back toward the net by Lorai, and Sorokin comes jumping out of the crease to glove that and hangs on to it. We've got 7:58 left here in the first period. Bruins and Islanders are scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. You're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
We'll work on that. The more you bosh, the more you feel like a bosh.
The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. I don't think you understand. The Son of Baconator, $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or third-party delivery platform.
Bruins' first power play was brought to you by Bosch Power Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Power Tools are built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Power Tools, what hard workers deserve. Bruins credited with 5 shots on goal on that power play chance, but could not cash in. Outshot the Islanders 13-1 through the first 12:02 of this first period in a scoreless game. We're going to face off in the offensive zone here for Boston. Zaka will get kicked out of the circle, and so Geekie will stand in against J.G. Pajot. Geekie wins it toward the boards. Pasternak taps it free. Geekie turns around and fires, blocked by Pajot, played out of the zone by Siplikov, and dumped back in by Laura. Sorokin slowed it up behind the net. Dobson comes to get it. Pellick will deal it around the near boards for Cizikas, stepping out of his own zone. A deflected pass scales across the ice and out of play into the Islander bench, sending Patrick Waugh scurrying out of the way.
Fans Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes here for the New York Islanders tonight. He's been busy and very good here for the start of this game. That's Ilya Sorokin, and for the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman's 18th start in the last 23 ties his career high with his 43rd start of the year tonight. Sorokin, you mentioned he's been busy. He's been busy for a long time now. This is his 29th start in the last 34 games for the Islanders. Lorai sends one around the far boards in the Boston zone. And
Varlamov's been hurt most of the year, right? So,
and their backup, Hogberg, also is out now. As we get a whistle and an icing call here against the Islanders. Yeah, Varlamov's played just 10 games this year. Hogberg came up, played in 7, but he got hurt. So it's Sorokin's 42nd start of the year, and they've got Jakub Sharchek, who is backing up tonight. He's made just 2 NHL appearances. Off the face-off, Carlo gives it to Marchand. Chops it around the boards. Pajot in the far corner. Pulls it back in behind the net. Backing up toward his own blue line. Zadorov, pass into the middle of the neutral zone, picked off.
It's a good poke check by Carlo there, right at the blue line. They had numbers, the Islanders did.
Islanders gathering it through the neutral zone here with Brock Nelson. Deep it comes. Carlo gets to it first behind the Bruins net. Off the near wall for Lindholm. Got it to Coyle and dumps it in from the red line. All the way around the far boards. Bounced away from D'Angelo. Given away. Behind the net comes Marchand. Gives to Zadorov. Top of the right circle. His shot was blocked.
Claire.
Near the blue line, puck carried along the line and played off the near boards by Wotherspoon. Beecher tried to get it in front to Coyle. That didn't connect. Callahan off to the left side, and Cole Koepke gets in behind the net. Pivots away from D'Angelo, back toward the far corner. Now comes back down in behind with it. D'Angelo runs him off the puck. Nelson will pick it up from there. D'Angelo played it toward the far side. D'Angelo started the season in Russia. Here's a shot off the outside of the net from Koepke, and we get a penalty coming up. Romanov arguing. Beecher got knocked down away from the puck, and it's going to be interference against Romanov, and the Bruins get back to the power play. So with 5:55 left here in the first, game still scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture your favorite DQ treat, like a Blizzard treat, cone, shake, dilly bar, or peanut butter parfait. Now picture your favorite DQ treat right where it belongs. Your hand! Get a real DQ treat today. DQ, happy tastes good.
For nearly 4 decades, WellPoint has proudly provided health coverage to Massachusetts residents through the Group Insurance Commission. If you're insured through the GIC, WellPoint offers a variety of plan options to meet your needs with comprehensive medical benefits. Based right here in Massachusetts, WellPoint is committed to supporting state and municipal employees and their families who serve our Commonwealth. WellPoint is here for your whole health, physical, mental, emotional, and social well-being. To learn more, visit wellpoint.com.
Did you or a loved one serve in the military? You could be eligible for veteran health care at little to no cost. Simply visit va.gov or call 800-MY-VA-411. That's va.gov or 800-MY-VA-411.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
5:55 left here in the first period. Bruins will get their second power play of this first period. And we had been joking about this earlier. There had been a grand total of 2 power plays between the two teams in the first 2 meetings combined. And so naturally the Bruins will get their second just over 14 minutes into this one. Alexander Romanov called for interfering with Johnny Beecher. Islanders penalty kill, second from the bottom of the league, just over 70% for the year. Off the face-off, Lori will walk it along the blue line, and an errant pass came right to Pellick. He had to then chase it into the corner as he misplayed. Marchand, from the seat of his pants, had the puck come in his direction. Pellick now will deal to Pajot, and all the way down ice it goes. Swayman will set it up at the side of the Bruins net. Lori with a pass to Pasternak at the red line. Tried to dump it in, blocked by Pellick, and steers it right back towards Swayman. Lori picks it up from his goaltender again. Bruins moving left to right here in the first period. Geeky's pass finds Marchand. Chipped it down into the far corner. Geeky gets in there against Dobson. Lindholm helps it back to the point. Lori walks it along the blue line into the middle. Wheels over to Geeky left side. Back up top for Lori. Pasternak now top of the right circle. His shot saved by Sorokin. Lindholm's got the rebound. Brings in behind the net. On to Geeky left circle. Lori back to Geeky. Able to handle a pass, was a little bit off. Pasternak now top of the right circle with a shot. Sorokin the save, and Dobson knocks the rebound out from in front of the net. Pasternak waited back toward the corner. Marchand got sealed away from it. Nelson able to hand it off for Holmstrom, and he'll carry it ahead shorthanded here. Gains the Boston line, gets a shot in on Swayman, who knocks it up over the crossbar. Taken by Pasternak in front of the Bruins bench. He'll wheel it across ice and head off on a change with 25 to go in the power play.
Yeah, it took them about 45, 50 seconds, but they settled things down in the offensive zone once they got entry, and a couple shots from Pasternak on the right wing side.
Patra gets it back to Wotherspoon. Zaka trying to one-touch it across for Patra. It was redirected into the air, but comes down. Boyle along the end wall, able to keep it away from Pullick. Patra back to Wotherspoon, center of the blue line. Patra now top of the left circle, skates toward the dot. Took a shot that was blocked, and out of the box comes Romanov, and he'll join the rush here. Pajot sent one across. Romanov shoots and scores. Right out of the penalty box. Romanov gets the feed and gives the Islanders a 1-0 lead here in the first.
You're responsible for knowing how much time is left on the clock, right? And Patra's got some space on this left wing circle. He's going to step into a shot trying to get this to the net. It's blocked, and all of a sudden the Islanders are going the other way, and Romanov steps out of the box. He's going to be on the left wing side. He's going to get this pass. And it looks like this shot ramps up off the stick of Wotherspoon, who got over there. Maybe, maybe not, but beats Swayman short side either way. Good shot by Romanov to finish it off the nice pass. But it was you had full possession in the offensive zone. There's a shot block, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1 going the other way with Romanov coming out of the box.
It's goals in back-to-back games for Romanov, his 4th of the season. The Bruins will try to answer back. Just the third shot on goal for the Islanders in this first period. Bruins have 16 so far, but trail by 1. Carlo had a misfired shot kicked out of the zone off of Horvat. Zadorov gives it to Kepke, and back into the Islanders zone it goes. And Boston and New York will both go for changes here with 3:18 to go in the first period. Long pass through the neutral ice, redirected deep by Fashion. Backhanded behind the Bruins net by Peak, off the far wall thanks to Callahan. Batra played it toward the middle. Peak had to handle it and does. Lifts it into the Islanders zone. Pulled away from Tufte in front of the net by Pulick. Oakfist goes behind the net and sends it off the far side. Now Callahan near the red line. Able to chop it back in Brazo's direction. Come back toward the Boston end, and Callahan. The pass redirected off of Nelson. Brazo able to play it in, but Islanders have possession. Palmieri couldn't handle a pass coming out of the zone. Carlo looking for Zaka. That didn't connect. Pasternak will get in after it deep in the Islanders' end. Gets knocked off his skates. Gets back up. Still able to get a stick on the puck. But now the Islanders come away with Nelson finding Palmieri up the right wing side. Palmieri down the right circle. Forced wide of the net by Geekie. Nelson right along the goal line extended. Threw one through the slot. Dobson tried a shot. That one blocked. And will go out of play.
Dobson could bring it too, and that puck is right in his wheelhouse. It comes off the boards to him for the big one-timer, and that's Geekie getting in the way, deflecting that puck.
Noah Dobson, first game back after missing the last 11 with an upper body injury. Defenseman with 24 points in 46 games played this year. Coming off career highs last year. He had 60 assists and 70 points last season. Poked in his direction as he carries it down toward the corner. Callahan tried to seal him off. Puck bounding around in skates off the far boards in the direction of Kepke, but Dobson able to get there first. Now it's Siplikov. Throw one to the net, blocked by Wotherspoon off into the far corner. Siplikov and Kepke collide. Dobson gives to Romanoff, center of the blue line, Pajot. Here's Dobson again. That one blocked by Beecher. Off the near wall, and it's Kastelik. He'll push it out of the zone. Took a hit from Siplikov to do so. Zizekas drops it back here for the Islanders, and we're under 90 seconds to play in this first period. Romanov near the penalty boxes, trying to drive it in. Knocked down by Lindholm, and here's Coyle the other way with Marchand. Coyle moving in right circle, and a blocker saved by Sorokin. And now Duclair headed the other way in a hurry. Duclair pulls up inside the Boston line. Hands it off for Horvat, who threw a shot on goal. Kicked away by Swayman. Marchand off the long feed will come out of the zone. On the left wing side, a centering pass looking for Lindholm. That was denied in front by DeAngelo. 50 seconds to go in the period. Peak back inside his own blue line. Finds Marchand at the attacking blue and gets it into the near corner, but fired right back out of there. Pass across through the neutral zone. Palmieri chasing one all the way across the ice and will backhand it into the Boston end. Carlo able to get around the referee to get after that puck, but now Nelson takes one away from Zadorov. Centering pass blocked by Carlo, who is lying down on the side of the crease, and took exception to Nelson taking a little poke in Swayman's direction trying to get that puck.
I don't know if Zadorov felt the pressure there. Carlo gave him the puck, and the pressure's coming down the boards. All of a sudden, it's turned over, and they're going to take this puck strong to the net as Nelson tries to go underneath Carlo to get it to the front. Carlo slides and blocks it. The Bruins have had 3 3-on-1s in this period, right? And they've gotten 2 pretty good chances from it. I mean, Coyle walks right in. He's inside the dot. Right-hand shot coming down the right wing side, well inside the dot. He's got Marchand on the other side. He's going to try to go blocker side on Sorokin. One of them, they didn't get a shot up. That was Brazo's. They've gotten 2 shots off.
Dobson shoots one wide of the net. Comes off of the end wall. Nelson poked it back in front. Bruins clear it away. Add into that the Beecher breakaway, which led to a penalty. Here's Pasternak sending one in front of Sorokin. Zaka on the back door got wiped out. And Palmieri will eat the puck and bring us to the end of the first period. So the Bruins dominate in shots on goal, but it's the Islanders who have the only goal of the game. Alexander Romanov, his fourth of the season, gives New York a 1-0 edge after the first 20 minutes here at TD Garden. We'll be back with our first intermission next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also gives you more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats Town Fair Tire.
The Peterson School is now hiring for new instructors at all locations.
Hi, I'm Adam Norcott, an electrical instructor at the Peterson School. I've learned so much from my students and their experiences, and it's made me a better teacher, foreman, and electrician.
Visit petersonschool.com.
Innovation is at the heart of every Polestar car, and their electric SUV, Polestar 3, is no different. From the intuitive infotainment system to its head-turning design, Polestar 3 is for drivers unwilling to compromise. That means merging a spacious, luxurious interior with the torque and handling of a sports car. Visit Polestar Boston today for competitive lease offers and book a test drive for Polestar 3 at polestarboston.com.
The Peterson School is now hiring for new instructors at all locations.
Hi, I'm Adam Norcott, an electrical instructor at the Peterson School. I've learned so much from my students and their experiences, and it's made me a better teacher, foreman, and electrician.
Visit petersonschool.com. Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. Guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick. I have teamed up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, they will be enabling a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Who's scoring big in the NBA this season? You are, with all the new ways to get in on the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. From monster slams to dishing the rock to clearing the glass, get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. And here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Take it to the rack with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SPORTSHUB. That's code SPORTSHUB for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Ever notice that OW is the beginning of owner? If you run a small business, you get it. From power outages to equipment failures to delivery mishaps. There's only so much you can control. Fortunately, that includes talking to an independent agent about safety insurance. Safety's competitive property and liability coverage provides protection from business interruptions, equipment breakdowns, and many other business ownership issues. Safety insurance will help you manage life storms.
First intermission at TD Garden. The New York Islanders have a 1-0 lead over the Bruins, with both teams looking to snap their 4-game losing streaks. Well, as part of our first intermission tonight, we're going to flash back to a little earlier this season when Bob and I had a chance to visit with the legendary Phil Esposito as he made a visit to TD Garden as part of the Centennial Game celebration. Here's some of our conversation with Phil Esposito.
I forget how cold it gets up here. I really do, because I don't get back up north very often anymore. And, you know, it's nice in the Tampa Bay area.
Take us through the whole celebration down there, Phil. I mean,
that was great.
I mean, last year they had some events here, and for the different eras, and then this year the guys that have their numbers retired, plus the captains, former captains, and just what it's been like for you to be back here.
This was really nice, but the one last time was special for me because you got to see the guys I played with in the 70s and 72, winning the cups with, like Sheezy and guys like that, and so that was kind of special. This was special in a unique way. I was like just taken aback by the presentation and these.
I love it. He is wearing a blazer that has his number 7 and Bruins logos all embossed on the inside lining of it.
I didn't know you had the inside looks fantastic.
I mean, it's a gorgeous jacket, and I can't believe it fits. Usually, you have to get them fixed all the time, right? This one fits, and it's just been a great time. These I don't want to say these kids, but these people that are putting it on and doing it, they do an awful lot of work. Those girls are really good at it. They do a lot of work, and I got to be, it's nice to see Bobby again and Cash. We flew up with Cash, Bobby and I, and on a private plane, actually, Philip Morris plane. It was really, really nice to do. Man, if I was playing now, they told me I'd be making about 11, 12 million a year.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't change my lifestyle except for one thing. I would absolutely charter anywhere I wanted to.
You didn't like those commercial flights?
Especially now.
Yeah.
To go through all of that. But it's just nice being here. And sometimes you forget how these fans are. They're really loyal. And they're insane. I call them insane. And, of course, it's 100 years, In Tampa, they're going on, 32 years. So you think about 100 years, 32. There's a little bit of tradition going, but nothing like this. And that's what you look for. Yeah. That's what I look for. And I just wish we wouldn't have changed our uniforms to look like the Toronto Maple Leafs. Because, I don't like Toronto.
Earlier today, listening to Johnny Busick, all the way through to Patrice Bergeron, just talking about the Bruins family. And I know you didn't play your whole career here. I know that, I know you wanted to.
I did.
But, it's... I would imagine when you get a chance to get back together with some of those guys that you did play with, it's got to be like a lot of us who have friends where you might not have seen each other for years, but when you get back together, it's like you never missed a day.
Yeah, well, Kenny Kodge lives in Clearwater, so I see Kenny a lot, and Cash lives in Ocala, and I talk to him a lot on the phone and everything else, and of course Bobby lives in Jupiter. We talk on the phone quite a bit now, and it's just nice to have that little synergy with everybody, and but we know what we say now when we're talking. What's sore today? Oh, my back is bad. Oh, my knee is bad. Oh, I got a bad shoulder. I mean, basically, really ironic, but I used to think years ago when I heard guys like that talk, oh man, I hope I never get like that. Here I am.
I know it was a really nice gesture to have Kenny Dryden out here, but I didn't like seeing him. I'm kidding.
If I was on the ice with those kids and Kenny came out, I would have shot a puck.
A lot of fun to have that conversation with the legendary Phil Esposito joining Beersy and I in the booth a little bit earlier on this season. Well, the Bruins trail at 1-0 to the New York Islanders at the end of one. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The NFL's top draft prospects are ready to show their skills at the 2025 Scouting Combine.
The most dynamic player in college football, Travis Hunter.
And SiriusXM NFL Radio will have exclusive interviews with prospects, head coaches, and general managers as they prepare for the NFL Draft.
There is a surplus at certain positions this year where, hey, if we don't get one free agency, it's pretty deep in the draft.
Coverage continues all week on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
I'm Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy. I have 2 brand new exclusive channels right here on SiriusXM. First, there's Unwell Music, fun, feel-good music for the girls. And Unwell on Air, the best of Unwell and brand new live daily shows with weekly pop-ins from yours truly. Unwell Music on Channel 3 and Unwell on Air on the SiriusXM app.
Hey, this is James Hinchcliffe from Off Track with Hinch and Rossi. Do you love podcasts?
Yep.
Do you have a best friend?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like driving 200 miles per hour in a car with no roof?
Sure do.
Well, then join me and my best friend, IndyCar driver and 2016 Indy 500 winner, Alex Rossi.
That's me.
Twice a week for Off Track with Hinch and Rossi on SiriusXM Podcast Network. All year round, we're talking IndyCar, F1, food, travel, and more with some of the biggest names from on and off the track.
So download Off Track with Hinch and Rossi now, available on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The big names are on NHL Network Radio.
Devils head coach Sheldon Keefe, you decided to jump right back into it.
New Jersey Devils reached out really within an hour or so of the news coming out of him being let go. And the more I got to know Tom and his vision for the team and seeing the situation, it was a tremendous opportunity that I couldn't let pass by.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and the SiriusXM app. The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind Ristolainen, walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, scores!
And NHL play-by-play on SiriusXM.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, let's take a look at the NHL scoreboard after one period. No score between Detroit and Columbus. Tampa Bay, they have a 1-0 lead over the Calgary Flames, and while the Panthers and Oilers are tied at 1, St. Louis has a 2-1 lead over Washington, and Carolina has a 3-1 lead over Buffalo. Just underway in the first period, Flyers 1, Penguins 0. Just a few other games later on tonight. Nashville hosts Winnipeg. Utah will host the Wild. Golden Knights, puck drops for them at 10 o'clock tonight against Chicago. And Vancouver, they travel to Anaheim. The NFL Combine is underway in Indianapolis. Patriots are on hand. They also have met with Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce announced he will play in 2025. The Celtics, they'll host first place Cleveland on Friday night. Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, and Luke Cornett all listed as questionable, and Greg Popovich will not coach the remainder of the season for San Antonio. The Boston Bruins are bringing you the best snow day ever. Tune in Tuesday, March 11th, as the Bruins and Panthers on-ice action is transformed into animation using NHL Edge data. Watch the same action happening on the ice, but in a whole new way for a one-of-a-kind game day viewing experience. Learn more at bostonbruins.com/best show ever. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next draft oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. The second period's next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
Hockey season means it's Puma Spoilers.
season. Now was the perfect time to replace
Emotional and social well-being. To learn more, visit wellpoint.com.
We are seeing green for St. Patty's Day with the classic mint Oreo Blizzard treat. Grab yours today at DQ, only at participating locations. Happy taste good.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by Timberline Construction. Just like the pros, success in the commercial construction industry requires a strong, smart team with a no-exceptions commitment to excellence. Learn more at TimberlineConstruction.com. Timberline Construction. Exceptional. No exceptions.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra. Or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.19 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/3/25.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that mobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity-miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop-beat-up-wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Centers.
Hockey comes alive.
Only Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
And out of the box comes Romanov, and he'll join the rush here. Pajot sent one across. Romanov shoots and scores. Right out of the penalty box. Romanov gets the feed and gives the Islanders a 1-0 lead here in the first. The only goal of that first period, Alexander Romanov's 4th of the year from J.G. Pajot and Ryan Pulock at 16:11 of the first period, as the Islanders had just killed off the second Bruins power play of that period, and they take a 1-0 lead into the second. Shot totals 15-6 in favor of the Bruins in that first period. The attempts were 31-18 Boston through that first period, including 6 attempts from Elias Lindholm and 5 apiece from Marchand and Pasternak. We get ready to start the second. We'll tell you, TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Yeah, not being able to convert on their opportunity is a big problem for the Bruins in that first period. 3 2-on-1s, and we'll give Beecher the breakaway on that chance that he had, even though he really never got a shot away. But good looks for the Bruins. They had two. I mean, you had Coyle with a great opportunity and Pasternak with a great opportunity on the 2-on-1s. Brazo's chance, he didn't take the shot.
Here's Zadorov moving in left circle, hits the post behind Sorokin, and it ricochets all the way back through the neutral zone.
Tried to go short side high from the left wing side, just outside the dot.
Bruins will be moving right to left on offense here in the second period. Lindholm trying to get it across the line, had it blocked. Now played deep by Pasternak, but that's offside, and they'll whistle it down as Pasternak continued to pursue that puck into the corner.
He put himself maybe a little bit offside there, or he thought that everybody had reskated, I should say. Yeah, I mean, Zadorov's deep. I mean, he's below the dot, outside the dot when he takes this shot, and I don't know if he surprised Sorokin with it or not, but it jumped off his stick and right off the bar and out. He's had a couple of rushes where he's really got the feet moving.
said he can skate. Face-off win here by Geekie. Yeah, when he gets it going, we've talked about it a number of times this year. When he really gets rolling, he's got, I'd say for a big man, but for anybody, he can be very fast. As Pasternak knocks one out of the air here, he'll play it across ice, and that's picked off by Dobson. Carrying it up the right wing side, fakes a shot, tried to give it back to the trailer, Nelson, and missed. And Geekie sends it the other way for Pasternak. Pasternak drops one off to Lori. Back to Pasternak for a one-timer for a tough angle. Sorokin made the pad save. Nelson will bring it back the other direction. Holmstrom inside the Boston zone, right in front, and knocked away by Callahan as Nelson had a chance on the doorstep. Razzo will hand it Callahan coming out across his own blue line. Dumped in around the Islander net to the far side circle. Oakvist had Patra pushed up against the boards. Now Riley Tufte will rotate it back to the point. A shot through traffic in front. I think Brazo redirected that one. And Sorokin got a piece as it goes out of play. Sorokin was terrific when he needed to be in that first period. And there's a night with 2.8 goals against average and a .903 save percentage. With a record of 20-18-4 in 41 starts. Face off to his left. Tufte has to fill in, wins the draw. Wotherspoon throws it through the slot, but just wide of the net. Maggio will force it back out into neutral ice. Ziplikov just inside the Boston line. Takes a hit from Tufte and dumps one toward the net.
That hurts Ziplikov. He's slow to get up in front of the bench right now.
Just getting through the door now as the Bruins go the other way. Here's Brazo with a step. Moves in, took the shot, and Sorokin made the pad save.
D'Angelo got a piece of him. It slowed that shot up.
And the puck will jump out of play here. Deflected out. Faceoff will stay in the Islanders' zone.
Another partial 2-on-1. It wasn't clear cut, but it was a 2-on-1. And Brazo this time, he had one chance earlier right in the first period and decided not to take the shot or change his mind, it looked like, because he was in a good shooting position. And that time, he was taking the shot, and D'Angelo got himself over to bother him. Ziplikov, his hip went right off the dasher in front of the Islanders' bench. It wasn't a hard hit by Tufte, but it's just where he got hit.
Anything standing out to you about why the Bruins are getting this many odd man rushes to this point?
Well, yeah, the Islanders are not. They've changed. I mean, the Islanders were known for years as just an unbelievably stingy team that couldn't score. Patrick Roy's tried to open it up a little bit and try to get them to create a little bit more offense, get their D involved, but it's something where they leave themselves shorthanded on the backside. They've had a couple questionable reads jumping up into the plays. They turned the puck over a few times. The Bruins haven't been able to convert.
Dorov trying to hold one in at the attacking blue line here. It's forced out. Kicked through the neutral ice. Gatcomb coming down the right wing side. Gatcomb coming home. Woburn, Mass native. Headed to the bench here on a change. As Marchand carries the Bruins back the other way. He'll turn with it along the near side wall. Marchand, a centering pass, tipped into the air. Knocked down by Lindholm, who throws a shot in on Sorokin. And Sorokin hangs on to it for the whistle.
He's been busy again this period. Sorokin has a start. Had some help from the post on the shot by Zadorov, but he's been on his game. There's no question about that. When he's on his game, he is tough to beat. He's one of the best in the NHL, but he's been a workhorse, as you pointed out in the first period. He hasn't been at the top of his game this year, though.
He's played in all 3 games against Boston this year. He's given up 9 total goals in the first 2 on 50 total shots. Just an .820 save percentage. It's been much better here tonight so far, obviously, as Lee, high slot, puts one wide of Swayman. Off the back of the net, jumped into the air. Geek had to find it. And Lori, now Geeky along the end boards against Horvath. Lori in the corner, held to the wall by Duclair. Puck back to D'Angelo with a near point. Over to the far side. Here's picked off by Zacha. Zacha's got a break. Zacha right down the middle. Goes to his left. Took the shot. Sorokin the save. Here's Pasternak trying to get it back through the slot, picked off by Horvat. Duclair will lead it ahead to the red line and now dump it in wide of Swayman.
Romanov tried to go D to D out at the blue line, just put a tape to tape right on Zacha's stick, and another odd man rush. 2 breakaways, 4 2-on-1s.
Gotta get one here on one of these. Shot save made by Swayman, rebound, and they score. And it's Kyle Palmieri who puts the Islanders up by 2 early here in the second.
Well, Brock Nelson took the shot from this left wing side and off the pad of Swayman, and it's going to be Palmieri picking up the loose change. And Nelson, good shot for looking for that rebound, and it comes right out front there for Palmieri, and Palmieri's able to lift it up and over top of Swayman. Couldn't tell if he picked it out of the air. He might have picked it out of the air, maybe just as it hit the ice. No, a little bit of both, right?
Yeah. So for Kyle Palmieri, his 18th of the year, and a 2-0 lead here for the Islanders.
Bruins weren't able to get that puck up the ice. Nelson comes right back at him the other way down the left wing.
Hobson gives one away near the Islander line, but Lindholm got peeled away from it. Bruins had a tag up on a delayed offside. Dobson carries up toward his own blue line. Pelech will angle one off the boards, but couldn't connect with Holmstrom. Callahan, rink-wide pass, finds Charlie Coyle from the red line. He'll dump it in. Into the near corner, Dobson spins it back behind his own net. Pelech chops one off the near boards. Holmstrom hemmed in the zone by Callahan, but now Pelech will get the outlet pass through. Holmstrom's got it on the right wing side. Pulls up at the top of the faceoff circle. Wheeled back toward the point. Bullock over to Boquist, and his shot into the corner. Bullock from the near side circle. Tried to throw one in front. That blocked wide. Palmieri will play it out from behind the net toward Boquist to the far point. Gets past him and out of the zone. Bullock will get it back into the neutral ice here with Siplikov. Lifted into the Boston end. Wotherspoon pivots away from the forecheck of Cizikas. Siplikov nearly a takeaway, but instead Razzo tapped it forward. Razzo got it back from Marchand. Sends one into the middle here for Tufte, just wide. Tufte near side corner against Cizikas. As it goes around the far side, Carlo pinches down toward the corner. Tufte gets it back to him. And a shot gets in on Sorokin. Save made, hangs on to it. And some pushing and shoving breaks out of the crease. Riley Tufte right in the middle of that.
And Zavidia Bank is teaming up with Boston legend Patrice Bergeron again this season for Assists for Kids to donate $37,000 to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. Get details now at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron.
Brock Nelson, Adam Pelech, the assists on Palmieri's goal at 4:21. Brock Nelson, an interesting case for the Islanders, pending unrestricted free agent at year's end. His 12th season. He's put up 17 goals and now 38 points on the year.
He should be closer to the 30-goal mark, though.
Yeah.
That's what the expectations are of him.
Puck redirected out of play here over the Islanders bench, and we'll step aside. We've got 13:51 to go here in the second. Islanders have a 2-0 lead here on the 98.5, the Sports Up Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
MLB Network Radio gets you ready for opening day with a tour of spring training.
The best time of the year.
Hear interviews with all-stars.
This is Mookie Betts. I'm Adley Rutschman. I'm Aaron Judge.
And insights and analysis of all 30 clubs.
The biggest thing here in spring camp is there's a different aura.
Offensively, this guy is just a machine.
Talk baseball with our experts on Channel 89 in the car. And listen to your favorite team spring training show on the SiriusXM app.
The best in MLS play on Sirius XM FC.
The beautiful game at its best.
First, the Vancouver Whitecaps host the defending champion, LA Galaxy.
Joseph Paixel, electric pace!
Then, the action shifts to Houston, where the Dynamo duel with Inter Miami.
He's in, Messi!
It's a show tonight.
It's an MLS doubleheader Sunday night at 5 Eastern on Sirius XM FC 157 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
The big names are on NHL Network Radio.
Avalanche General Manager Chris McFarland. What went in to maybe change that duo in goal?
With the work of our scout, Wedgwood's experience, he was a veteran guy. He's been through the grind. We were very bullish on McKenzie, and when the opportunity came to add him, we just felt it was the right move for us, long term.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Islanders up 2-0 on the Bruins, 13:51 to go here in the second period. Just before the break, I was mentioning Brock Nelson, unrestricted free agent. There are no fewer than 18 teams who have scouts here tonight. With the trade deadline 8 days from today, obviously we've been talking a lot about moves that the Bruins may or may not make as that deadline comes nearer here in the next week. Nelson, a guy that the Islanders fans are watching right now.
There's a lot of games that...
offside here.
There'll be games where there'll be a ton of scouts here. There'll be games where there won't be a lot of scouts here. But this time of year, everybody starts to pay a little bit more attention. I was talking to a few guys downstairs, and they had seen a couple American Hockey League games over the last few days as well. And I know at least one or two of them are going, I think maybe back to Hartford, whatever it was. They're going to a couple different places. But yeah, a lot of different teams represented here today.
And these are two teams that you would expect will be getting quite a few phone calls here over the next week. As Pasternak out of the near corner, or the far corner rather, tried to get it to Zacha, picked off. Brought ahead by Anders Lee across the Boston line. I think wide pass, Duclair had to settle it.
Yeah, Duclair, if he settles that, he's got D'Angelo coming late.
They're going to tap it back toward the corner here for Lee, working against Zadorov. Back of the net, Duclair, taken away by Zacha. Geeky starts the Bruins out. Can't get that puck to lay flat coming through the neutral zone. He'll head off in a change once they get it into the zone. Back come the Islanders with Horvat. Goes to Palmieri, right wing circle. Around behind the net. Back to Horvat, who put one up over Swayman. Dobson at the near point keeps alive. Now Holmstrom out to the blue line and out of the zone courtesy of Coyle. Pellick off the far wall for Nelson. Bats it back toward Dobson. And off the near side for Holmstrom. Here's Palmieri, right wing circle, trying to drag around Wotherspoon, who stood his ground. Coyle along the near boards, pushing at Nelson. Marchand as well, couldn't get that puck cleared. Callahan now will. Marchand wheels into the middle of the neutral zone for Elias Lindholm. The puck a little slow in getting there. Islanders have possession. 12:18 to go in this second period, and the 2-goal lead for them. Nelson, top of the right circle, a shot. Kicked out of there by Swayman, and looked like he got a rebound there as well.
Nelson got his own rebound, exactly 2 chances.
Palmieri knocked down into the corner by Callahan. Puck will come back in Palmieri's direction, and then he has it taken by Kastelik. Here's Beecher with some space, carrying across the Islander line. And the puck gets away from him as Pulick knocks him down to the seat of his pants. Kastelik along the near wall, trying to dig that free. He got tripped up. Zizekas will steer it off the far boards and back toward the Boston zone. Jason Lohrei bringing it up toward the red line. Finds Kastelik, who gets it deep into Islander territory. Pajot around the far side. Siplikov just chipped it off the wall. Lohrei kept it in, but a giveaway, and Pajot sends one ahead. Zizekas couldn't corral a bouncing puck, chasing it into the far corner. Around the boards it comes to the near side. Peak lifts it up, and it was deflected as it goes over the glass out of play.
Yeah, a couple good chances for Nelson, right? Comes in the right wing side, kind of cuts to the middle, gets one shot away, and then looked like he got his own rebound on the second chance. It's not really a 2-on-1, but Wotherspoon doesn't trust that the man on the other side is covered, and that was Holmstrom going to the net. So he's got to play center field there. But yeah, 2 good opportunities stopped by Swayman off the stick of Nelson.
Nelson had a 3-point game, 2 goals and an assist in the first meeting of the year between these two teams.
Big guy, left-hand shot, good around the net. And if he can get hot, he can score. He can definitely help a team. He was a little bit of a, I'm going to say surprise, on Team USA there for the Four Nations Cup. But mild surprise because he's done it in the past. I just don't think he's done it this year.
A glove down at the Boston line here by Siplikov. Geeky just outside the blue line. Passes it over to Carlo. Drives it around the glass. D'Angelo in the near corner. Got it up the middle. Carlo picked that off at the blue line. Played it back down into the corner. Geeky sends it hard around the near side. Pours it Orov. On to Zaka. Brings it out toward the blue line. Wheels it back down low. Geeky kept it moving to the back of the net. Now Pasternak will bring it back toward the near left circle. 10.5 to go in the period. And the puck gets away and comes back toward the Boston zone. Pasternak puts a shoulder into Siplikov. Get him away from that puck. Bruins will come back through the neutral ice. Elias Lindholm. Pasternak stepping in across the line. Stops at the top of the left circle. Throws one on goal. Sorokin with a blocker save. Near side wall, Marchand. That's spun down by Pellick. Back of the net, Dobson will take it into the far corner. Coyle going to stick on the pass, but they do get it out of the zone. Coyle quickly gets it back in. Here's Lindholm, left circle. Fired one across looking for Marchand. Pellick disrupted that. Wotherspoon to the back of the net to Elias Lindholm. Lindholm trying to bring it out in front. Take it away, and Islanders head back the other direction. Bashing going to play it into the Boston zone. Thrown right back out of there by Wotherspoon. Marchand near the red line. With a pass off to his right for Lindholm. Back to Marchand down the right wing circle. Out of the corner. Bashing. Shoved Marchand away from it before he can get off the pass. Here's Pete keeping one in. Put the shot just wide of Sorokin. Koepke out of the far point. He had rotated out. His shot got blocked and left the zone. Pete just inside the line now. Gets it deep to Koepke. Beecher out of the right corner to Laura. Just inside the blue line, kept it in. And now Horvat a takeaway, and he goes down coming out of the zone, and a penalty coming against Boston.
Yeah, both referees with the arms up on that one. This is going to be Beecher on the trip.
D'Angelo with a rink-wide pass to Anders Lee. Top of the left circle, a shot. Raymond made sure that was going wide of the short side post, and the Bruins will touch it up and draw the whistle for the penalty with 8:55 to go here in the second period. Islanders with a 2-0 lead and a power play coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank. Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
Fans, this Tuesday night, the Bruins will be celebrating First Responders Night as they take on the Nashville Predators starting at 7 p.m. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets and secure your seat for all the hard-hitting action. Bruins down 2-0 with 8:55 to go in the second period. They'll be shorthanded for the first time tonight as Johnny Beecher is sent to the penalty box. Power play numbers for the Islanders this year, worst in the league, 11.3% success rate. They've got 15 power play goals for the season in 57 games.
Yeah, that's, Beecher reached in there. It was on Horvat trying to get out of the zone, so no doubt about that call.
Oakvist will set it up from the center of the blue line. Gives to Dobson, right circle, with shot with traffic in front. Swayman made the save. Scramble for the rebound. Palmieri is down in front as he got leveled by Zadorov. Swayman had lost his stick. Zadorov makes sure he gets it back. Oakvist from the center of the blue line to Dobson, right circle. Throws one toward the net. That one tipped up and over. Elias Lindholm in the corner. Seals off Holmstrom. Palmieri trying to get it back to Boqvist at the point, missed him, and all the way down it goes. And Palmieri's barking at the referee.
Barking big time at the referee. Looked like he took a cross-check in front of the net.
Boqvist will start it up from his own zone. Drops it off for Dobson, skating it ahead to the red line. Hands it off in turn. Here's Palmieri just inside the blue. Palmieri tried to leave it off the near boards for Boqvist. Never got there. Marchand will come ahead shorthanded. Moving toward the high slot. Shot blocked by Holmstrom and goes up into the netting out of play.
Yeah, interesting. We've had the last two games we played against, the Bruins have played against teams who have used 5 forwards on the power play. Anaheim and Toronto Maple Leafs. Islanders have 2 defensemen on the power play.
We got an attack zone face-off here with the Bruins shorthanded. 1:01 to go on the Beecher penalty. Boyle up against Pajot on the draw. And a false start. Marchand and Duclair a little anxious. Boyle's going to get kicked out of the face-off here. So it's Marchand to take the draw now. And he just goes forward with it around behind the net. Boyle first to it in the far corner. Boyle moving it through the high slot. Backhand from the near circle. Sorokin the save. And now the Islanders head the other way. Horvat through the neutral ice. Gives off over to Lee on the left wing side.
Yeah, this is the top unit here for the Islanders now. They've got D'Angelo as the only defenseman.
D'Angelo to Duclair at the top of the right circle. Back to D'Angelo. Gives it to his left. Horvat to Pajot. D'Angelo center of the blue line. Right side for Duclair. Duclair works his way back toward the blue line. Back across to the far side. Again, Horvat. D'Angelo. Hands to Horvat. With a long shot. That one blocked off of Coyle and goes up over the glass with 19 seconds left in the Bruins penalty.
I don't know. I guess when you're 30% when you're 32nd in the league, you don't really have a top unit, right? It looks like Patrick Roy's kind of mixed everything up. That time, Coyle, just individual effort, comes right across the low slot on his backhand, gets a good chance away. There's a bunch of Islanders standing around him, but nobody taking him, except for Sorokin.
Anders Lee, with 4 power play goals, is their leader. Horvat's got 3 of them on the year. Off the draw, they get it to D'Angelo with the right point. Pajot, off to Horvat, left wing circle. Pajot gives it back now to D'Angelo. Top of the right circle, Duclair. 6 to go on the power play. Duclair gave it up, got it right back from Horvat. D'Angelo a drive, and that felled Lee in front of the net. D'Angelo will keep into the far point. Throws one back toward the net. Redirected, goes up into the air and forced wide of the net. Beecher's out of the boxes, joined the play as the Bruins are at full strength with 6:44 to go here in the second period. Zaka will lead the Bruins back the other direction. Chips around D'Angelo, goes to get it. Around the far boards, Pasternak tried to get it to Geekie. Kicked it onto his stick. Geekie right circle. Couldn't get off a shot as D'Angelo's on top of him. D'Angelo will steer one up ice, and it came behind McLean. The Bruins will get it back in their own end. Pasternak near the red line. Finds a cutting Geekie. In across the line. Shot wide to the short side. And Sorokin stuck out that blocker. Ziplikov going to dump one back into Boston territory. Callahan on his horse goes to get it. Lorai up the right side. Finds Matt Patra coming through the neutral zone. And a dump in. Sorokin goes to play it. Can't stop it. And then lost his stick in the process as well. Boqvist in the near corner. Puck hit the fallen goaltender's stick. Pasternak able to fight through that stick, get the pass back to the far point man, Peak, who shot one up off the back glass. Witherspoon tried a one-timer blocked by Ziplikov. Patra kept alive at the blue line. Geekie to Pasternak, back in front, and that one tipped out of the air, just missed.
Had the give and go there between Geekie and Pasternak, and Geekie got it out of the air. Couldn't find the back of the net.
On the end boards, Geekie able to keep the puck moving. Patra now in the left wing corner. Off Off the near wall, Wotherspoon. Sorokin does have his stick back now. Wotherspoon walking the puck over to the far side boards. Shot goes up and over the net. Off the near glass. It'll come to Peak, who's pinching down low. Goes right to the side of the net and in behind. Into the far corner. Tried to get it to Pasternak behind the net. That one was knocked away. Marchand now in the near corner against Siplikov. Puck came free toward Wotherspoon. Jumped up into the air. Settled by Marchand. Steps around Siplikov. Works his way down the left wing circle. Now peels back and gives it to Wotherspoon at the point. Over to Peak, far side. Up top for Wotherspoon with a shot through traffic in front. Lindholm reaching for the rebound. Centering pass. Peak right on the doorstep, as was Marchand floating through. But the Islanders get it cleared instead.
Good pressure. Had the Islanders on the run. The Islanders can get 5 new bodies on the ice now. That puck didn't go far enough for icing.
Wotherspoon lifts it back into the offensive zone and heads for a change. Romanov burst it around the near side of his own zone. Zadorov against Palmieri. Dobson comes free with the puck. Ahead to Nelson, in across the Boston line. High slot shot got blocked and comes to the near circle.
Yeah, Kepke back there playing D, and that's Nelson coming in on Kepke with a nice recovery to stay with him as Nelson tried to cut to the middle.
Kepke pivots out into the neutral zone, and from the red line will backhand it deep into Islander territory. 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Bruins down by 2. TD Garden crowd urging them on as Dobson plays a cross-ice pass on to Pajot just inside the Boston line. Gave it to Romanov for a long one-timer. Stick saved by Swayman. Puck comes careening around the boards toward the near side. Pajot back to D'Angelo. Center blue line to Pellick. Now it's Horvat with a shot from the left circle, and Swayman saw that one all the way and hangs on to it. 3:39 left here in the second. Islanders 2 and the Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Up Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. I don't think you understand. The Son of Baconator, $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid in a combo or in third-party delivery platform.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that mubbity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop-beep-bop, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch. For nearly 4 decades, WellPoint has proudly provided health coverage to Massachusetts residents through the Group Insurance Commission. Based right here in Massachusetts, WellPoint is committed to supporting state and municipal employees and their families who serve our Commonwealth. WellPoint is here for your whole health. To learn more, visit wellpoint.com.
Fans, the Boston Bruins are bringing you the best snow day ever. Tune in Tuesday, March 11th as the Bruins and Panthers on-ice action is transformed into animation using NHL Edge data. Watch the same action happening on the ice, but in a whole new way for a one-of-a-kind game day viewing experience. Learn more at bostonbruins.com/bestsnowdayever. Got 3:39 to go here in the second period. Islanders with a 2-0 edge. First period goal by Alexander Romanov, and one here in the second from Kyle Palmieri. Difference. Face-off win by Horvat as they get it back to the point. Shot into the near corner. Horvat held away from it. Kepke will push it up the near left side, battling with a back-checking Duclair. It comes back toward Lee, and across the Boston line comes Horvat. Centering pass picked off by Beecher. Beecher turns it up ice. He's got Kastelic up the left side. Puck explodes on him a bit, down into the near corner, where he gets hit by D'Angelo. Puck wrapped around the far side, knocked away from Lee. Kepke will play it toward the end boards, but D'Angelo there for New York. Off the near wall, Lorai kept into the line. Walks it down the left circle, took a shot. Blocker save. Sorokin fired back in front by Lorai out of the corner. It found its way to Andrew Peak coming in from the right point. Now here's Lorai. Again, walking it along the blue line. Hands to Peak as they crisscross. Peak's first shot blocked. Puck came back to him. Hands to Pasternak, a shot. That hit a body in front. Zaka, centering pass. Geeky on the doorstep. Couldn't knock that one toward the net. Lee ridden to the boards in front of the Bruins bench by Geeky as he tried to make his way up ice. Islanders will steer it through the neutral zone again. That time, both Geeky and Lorai helping to disrupt the pass. Zaka with the pass off to the right side. Pasternak, partially blocked by D'Angelo. Zaka toward the back of the net. Jumped over Pasternak's stick into the far corner. Poked at by Wotherspoon. Back down low it comes. Laid up ice here by Romanov. Callahan regains for the Boston, back in the Boston zone. Wotherspoon off the near side to Tufte. And now Zaka will carry it in. Pasternak threw one in front. Tufte was crashing the doorstep, but denied by Romanov. Nelson will bring the Islanders back. Holmstrom chopped away from him by Callahan. Matra going to push it up ice with one hand. Taken away by Gatcomb. Wotherspoon will try again. This time finds Tufte in the neutral ice. And we get a whistle, and Matra is down halfway into the door of the Islanders bench.
Yeah, I think that door came open, whether they were making a line change or it was just partially open. That's always dangerous right there when, you get hit into those boards when the door comes open, and it's just seen some ugly injuries over the years.
Matra on all fours. His knees were still on the ice and his body was laying inside the door. Medical staff, both teams right there, making sure that he's all right. He's going to get up on his own power here, but he's going to head right up to the tunnel.
In the Islanders bench, and so he's going towards the Islanders locker room, but the whole hallway connects back there. We've not seen a replay of it, but I've seen those where, either the door's not closed or they're opening the door just for a line change, just as he's getting hit into the boards.
Yeah, it looked like the Islanders were starting to change there.
Yeah, they opened the door for Holmstrom, and Nelson kind of rode him into just as the door was opening. He's just pushing him in that direction. He doesn't know the door's open.
Right.
It was pretty early opening up that door. That's usually the backup goalie, too, that does that. That's his job. And I think let's see if they're calling a penalty here.
A major penalty on the ice is reviewed for 29, New York.
He's not going to get a major. It's Brock Nelson. There's nothing malicious about it here. It's just, I don't even know if he knows the door's open, and he's just riding him in that direction. It'll get reduced to 2, but
this feels like one of those, the officials aren't really sure what happens. So
right,
they want to take a look at the replay, too.
Exactly.
So call it a 5, and then they can look at it.
While they're looking at it here real quick, Brian, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
So this comes with 1:36 to go in this second period. The Islanders up 2.
I don't think Nelson realized that door. I don't think so, but
no, I think, like you said, I think, it just, the timing of it, he was just, giving Patra a little shove and didn't expect that door to be open. Holmstrom was headed off right behind him. Both referees looking at the tablet and examining the replay. But the Bruins are without, obviously come into the game. They lost Trent Frederick the other night. Week to week is what Joe Sacco told the press this morning on Frederick. And now Patra shaking up on this one.
Holmstrom's going to the bench. And Nelson's just kind of trying to run some interference on Patra. And the door comes open. Here's the call.
After official review for a major penalty, we have a minor penalty for interference to New York, number 29.
At that point, you got to give them something, right? And most likely, and they rightfully reduced it. I mean, mean, you can make an argument there's no call there. I mean, if the door's closed, it's not a penalty at all.
Well, there wasn't, Patra's not involved in the play there at all, so I know it's not
if the door's
much.
closed, it's not a penalty.
I understand. But then they look at it and they go, he's not eligible to be hit there.
And the injury.
Yeah. So it'll get the Bruins a power play here with 1:36 to go in the period. A chance to cut this lead in half. It's the third power play of the night for Boston. Faceoff will be in the offensive zone here for Elias Lindholm. Far circle down to our left. Islanders will control it. Puck comes around the net to Pajot, and he will send one all the way down wide of Jeremy Swayman. Lohrei brings it behind the Bruins net toward the near side. Harassed by Horvat as he gets the puck through the neutral zone. Lohrei going to carry it across the line.
The two guys up there. Pajot joined in that pressure. Easy entry.
Pastrnak left circle. Threw one in front. Blocked off the leg of Pulick. Came back to Lohrei, center of the blue line. To the left circle, the pass to Geekie. Now to Lohrei. Onto the right side for Pastrnak. Here are the hash marks. Pastrnak gives it back up top for Lohrei. Lohrei with a shot. Knocked down in front. I think Pulick got a piece of that one as well. Lohrei hands to Pastrnak. 52 to go in the period. Deflected pass off of Pellick. Marchand picks it up. Off to Karam. Gives to Pastrnak, right wing circle. Pastrnak wheels it back toward Lohrei, center point. Walks it toward the far side. Down the circle. Takes the shot. Sorokin the save. No rebound. He hangs on.
The pace on the power play has to be quicker. Zip that puck around. Don't hold it, look, hold it, look. There's a time to do that. But that was slow. Easy entry into the zone. Now let's zip the puck around a little bit here. The power play they had in the first period, at least one of them was pretty good. That's good looks, some good chances, but that was a little bit methodical right there.
Off the face-off, Marchand going to get it back to Lohrei at the right point. Now to Pastrnak, top of the right circle. Shot gets blocked wide by Romanov. And a free puck in front. Holmstrom will take it and carry the Islanders ahead shorthanded. Holmstrom down the right wing circle, goes right to the net. Backhander hit the outside of the net.
Go short side high.
15 to go in the period. Pastrnak leads them back. Down the right side. Crossing pass. Marchand. Save made by Sorokin coming from his left to his right.
It's a good look. Lindholm going through the middle to open up the passing lane.
5 to go in the period. Pastrnak trying to fight his way out in front. Lindholm now in the corner. Try to throw one in front. That's blocked by Pulick, and the siren will sound to end the second period. Bruins will carry 24 seconds of power play time on into the third, but they are trailing at the end of 40 minutes, 2-0 here on home ice. And we'll be back to talk about the first 40 minutes next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture your favorite DQ treat, like a Blizzard treat, cone, shake, dilly bar, or peanut butter parfait. Now picture your favorite DQ treat right where it belongs. Your hand! Get a real DQ treat today. DQ, happy tastes good.
Hockey season means it's Pulis Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Pulis Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PulisBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Pulis Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Hey everyone, Adney and Burke here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch this movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit, and the cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Burke and Demers, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network. For nearly 4 decades, WellPoint has proudly provided health coverage to Massachusetts residents through the Group Insurance Commission. If you're insured through the GIC, WellPoint offers a variety of plan options to meet your needs with comprehensive medical benefits. Based right here in Massachusetts, WellPoint is committed to supporting state and municipal employees and their families who serve our Commonwealth. WellPoint is here for your whole health, physical, mental, emotional, and social well-being. To learn more, visit wellpoint.com.
To the near corner. Bashing, brings it off the end wall. Send one out in front for McLean, and Swayman coming out to the top of his crease to get a piece of that. Jeremy Swayman with that save. Our amazing play presented by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. 2 periods in the books here at TD Garden, and the Islanders have a 2-0 lead. Bruins have been the busier offensively, but the Islanders have taken advantage of their opportunities, and the Bruins have not to this point.
Yeah, I mean, they've had plenty of opportunity. They've had plenty of chances, odd man chances, especially. You had, in that period specifically, right, you had Zacha with a breakaway, and you had another 2-on-1 chance. You had 3 of them in the first period, and you haven't been able to capitalize. Sorokin's been excellent, don't get me wrong, but, you know, that's a matter of bearing down, and, you know, maybe you're going to get an ugly one against him. He's dialed in, there's no question, so you got to find a way to solve him. Otherwise, you're coming out on the short end again here today. I think the Islanders have been a bit opportunistic, right? I mean, the 2-on-1 goal that they scored in the first period, Romanoff, he just came out of the penalty box after the Islanders killed the penalty with big help to Sorokin. And it's a 2-on-1, and he's able to put it short side past Jeremy Swayman. And the other one's a rebound goal, you know, shot from Nelson and rebound there by Palmieri after the Bruins don't get it up the ice, and the Islanders come right back the other way through the neutral zone. And it's been opportunistic for them. They only have 13 shots on goal. There's not that many scoring opportunities for them. And for the Bruins, they've had ample chances 5-on-5. They've had ample chances 5-on-4. I haven't been crazy about their last power play. I thought they were a little slow moving that puck around. You know, they can be a little bit more crisp. It seems like they're a little demoralized right now, probably a little frustrated in what's going on. They can't score. They had a good chance on the left wing side coming in late. They had some pressure where they had the Islanders out there and on the run a couple of times where, you know, the Islanders couldn't get the line changes. So it's been a frustrating game for the Bruins, no doubt, because they have had their opportunities. But now you got to find a way. There's no way around it at this point, right? The Islanders lost 4 in a row coming in. They're behind you in the standings. They're probably not going to make the playoffs. And both teams are looking at what they're going to do at the deadline and whatnot. But, the Islanders have not played a good game here today.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
The Bruins haven't been able to solve Sorokin.
Yeah,
the Bruins haven't been great, but they've been pretty good in a lot of areas, and they just haven't been able to take advantage.
No, we were talking in that second period about, you know, what the Islanders have done defensively, and it's, all the odd man rushes that the Bruins have had, and, you know, they haven't found a way to get the puck in the back of the net despite all that.
Yeah, and they've had chances, they've had shots. Like, it hasn't been. Brazo's had 2 of them. He had one in the first where he changed his mind and they didn't get a shot away. He thought about trying to go on the pass over to the left side, and, you know, I think he was a little bit undecided and changed his mind at the last second. At least that's the way it looked. The one he had in the second period, D'Angelo got a piece of, or at least a piece of his stick to slow it up, so he didn't get a lot on the shot. But still, you know, a couple of good looks for Boston in this game. And even Zaka, you know, his breakaway kind of fanned off to his forehand a little bit, and we thought he had pressure coming where he had to protect the puck and move a little bit to his left. But it wasn't, you know, it was a good save by Sorokin, but it wasn't something that, you know, usually see Zaka with maybe take that shot from a little higher out and a little better angle.
Yeah, you know, you talked about, you know, maybe especially on that power play, that last power play chance, maybe a little bit of frustration kind of leaking in here. I mean, you're 26 shots in 2 periods and you don't have a goal. Obviously, things have not been going the team's way here over the last, you know, 4 games. And so, you know, it would be easy to start seeing a little bit of frustration out of the club at this point.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, I haven't seen it visibly.
Yeah.
I saw Laura break a stick after the second goal. So, you know, that was a goal by Palmieri, right? But it hasn't shown visibly. Maybe we need to see a little bit of it, right? I mean, you know, get a little anger out there, but it's been strange. It's, you know, Laura carries the puck up the ice. They're into the zone easily 5-on-4, the last power play, but just a little bit methodical in their movement and their passing. It's just not like quick puck movement, attack, move, you know, move the puck. You know, make the Islanders have to make a decision instead of kind of just holding their lane and their stick position.
Well, and we saw that on Tuesday night in the game against Toronto. Of course, Bruins had
saw it on the first power play.
Yeah, I mean, they had 2 power play goals in that game, but we saw, you know, and on one of those, they used the bumper really well, which you've been calling for all year long. And, you know, the puck movement, was terrific at times in that.
I mean, if they didn't use the bumper there, they never will, because Toronto botched that. He was wide open, and it was a well-executed play, that goal the other day. But, you know, today they haven't really used it at all. They haven't gotten the puck to Geeky at all in the left wing circle. Everything's running out of Pastrnak in the right wing circle. I wouldn't be surprised. They only have 24 seconds now, but if they get another power play, maybe make a little alteration and change it up, because it really hasn't worked right here today.
Well, it's a 2-0 Islanders lead after 2 periods. Romanov's goal in the first period from Pajot and Pulick at 16:11. And then Kyle Palmieri's 18th of the year from Nelson and Pellick at 4:21 of the second are the goals. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation.
You got that power over me.
Dermot Kennedy presents Mishnach, a festival of Irish music and culture here at TD Garden on March 19th. Get your tickets now at livenation.com. Joe Murray will give us the Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Baseball season's almost here, and MLB Network Radio will get you ready for opening day with a tour of spring training. Cheer team
and general managers as they prepare for the NFL draft.
There is a surplus at certain positions this year where, hey, if we don't get one free agency, it's pretty deep in the draft.
Coverage continues all week on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
NHL Morning Skate.
I think general managers must sit back in their chairs, Gord, and they must say, okay, if we make a coaching change here, chances are that at least for 10 games, we're more than competitive, and we're probably going to win much more than we lose.
Coaches are probably yelling an expletive, right? About, whatever, how that particular trend is going. So you're right. So far, it's like perfect.
NHL Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stiller. Weekdays, 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and the SiriusXM app.
Join me, Gord Stiller, and Scott Laughlin as a recap of the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
Sports Hub headlines.
NHL scoreboard after 2 periods. San Jose leads Montreal 3-2. Columbus, they have a 4-2 lead over Detroit. It is Tampa Bay 1, Calgary 0. And the Oilers and Panthers tied at 2. Blues, they have a 4-2 lead over Washington. And Carolina has a 4-1 lead over Buffalo. Underway in the second period, Philadelphia leads the Penguins 3-2. And after one period, it's Nashville 2, Winnipeg 1. 3 other games on the slate tonight. Utah hosts the Wild. The Vegas Golden Knights, they host Chicago. In Anaheim, the final game of the night, they host Vancouver. The NFL Combine is underway in Indianapolis. Teams are currently doing their drills in 40-yard dashes. The Patriots, though, they met with Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter. The Chiefs and tight end Travis Kelce, at least he'll announce to be back in 2025. And the Celtics will host first-place Cleveland on Friday night. Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, and Luke Cornett all listed as questionable. And Greg Popovich will miss the remainder of the season and will not coach the San Antonio Spurs. There's only a few hours left to bid on the latest Bruins Authentics auction to take home a game-used 2024-25 away Set 1 jersey. Place your last-minute bids to take home a jersey the players wore on the road, including the jersey 7 players wore when they made their debut on the Spoke B. For more information, head to BruinsAuthentics.com to learn more and place your bid before the auction ends tonight at 10 p.m. I'm Joe Murray. Third period is next on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. I don't think you understand. The son of Baconator, $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid in a combo or in third-party delivery platform.
If you're in the market for Michelin tires, get to Town Fair Tire and get them at the guaranteed lowest price. With Michelin's innovative technologies designed for durability and performance, you can trust you're getting the highest quality tires over all the toughest of road conditions. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. So if you're looking for the best deal on Michelin tires, get to Town Fair, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Crush concrete with the Bosch 18-volt Bulldog rotary hammer. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
I'm all for saving money, but sometimes you get what you pay for, like with suntan lotion or musical instruments. And especially when it comes to home insurance.
Warning, evacuate immediately.
Given the increase in your home's value, now's the time to talk with an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you have the coverage you need so you don't end up with the blues. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
It's the month of love, so make sure you show it to the one who gets you through it all, your vehicle. Valvoline Instant Oil Change has you covered with 15-minute stay-in-your-car oil changes. No box of chocolates, bouquet of flowers, or appointment is necessary. Give your car the ultimate Valentine's Day treat. Fast, friendly, and reliable service. Plus, you're guaranteed not to get ghosted afterward. Go to NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15%. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of feeling the love.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra. Or our best-selling Rogue, a consumer guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.19 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/3/25.
The Peterson School is now hiring for new instructors at all locations.
Hi, I'm Adam Norcott, an electrical instructor at the Peterson School. I've learned so much from my students and their experiences, and it's made me a better teacher, foreman, and electrician.
Visit petersonschool.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Hockey lives here.
Sagan to Ben, down low, delays, he scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
This is a black and gold flashback.
And it's stripped. Here's McAvoy over the line, right side, into the right circle. McAvoy shoots, he scores! Charlie McAvoy raced into the right circle and fired a laser under the bar. And he wins it for the Boston Bruins here at home, 4-3 in overtime. What a way to start the homestand.
Tonight's black and gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2018. Charlie McAvoy's first career overtime game winner in that 4-3 victory over the Carolina Hurricanes here at TD Garden. Here tonight, it's a 2-0 Islanders lead as we go into the third period. The Bruins will have 24 seconds of power play time that carries over on the minor penalty for interference to Brock Nelson. Matt Patra injured on that play as he was pushed into the opening door of the Islanders bench and was shaken up, went back to the locker room, trying to scan the bench as they take their seats here to see if he has come back out. I think they're a man short. And just as I say that, we get word, Patra, lower body injury, unlikely to return, is the word from the Bruins PR staff.
Yeah, it didn't look good. You know, and it was fairly innocent. You expect the boards to be there, not to have an open doorway, and that's just, like I said, I've seen some ugly injuries with that door coming open.
Bruins will move from left to right here in the third period, down by a pair. Trying to get a quick one here to start. There's a shot turned aside by Sorokin. Zadorov threw one in from the left circle. Power play comes to an end. Nelson steps out of the penalty box. Comes back in to join the play, and the puck comes his direction. He pulls up shy of a check from Zadorov and turns the puck over. Lorai skates it to the red line and dumps it in. Around the boards, a bouncing puck will be spun back behind the net by Holmstrom, taken away by Coyle, trying to get it out in front. Romanov instead to Nelson. Now Holmstrom chips through the neutral ice. Palmieri working his way to the right circle. Carlo blocks a shot attempt, out of play it goes.
A
couple of the Bruins giving Nelson what for here.
I get it, but I guess you could try to make the argument that he knew exactly what he was doing, but I'd be more upset at the backup goalie opening up the door early.
Right. Skarek.
Can't go after him, so you might as well go after Nelson.
Face-off win by the Bruins here. Zadorov steered him around. Near side, Coyle with a pass into neutral ice.
That's more of a, Nelson's like, come on, seriously. So you're just going to let him know that you didn't like it, but there's not anything that's going to come of it. But
Zadorov, the puck knocked back toward the net, steered out of there, and that's going to go all the way for an icing here in the early going of this third period. Bruins will fly to Pittsburgh tomorrow. Play the Penguins on Saturday afternoon.
Pittsburgh, by the way, is last in percentage. They're just ahead of Buffalo, but Buffalo's got 4 games in hand. So percentage, they're last in the East.
I'm not sure anybody would have quite predicted that level of play from Pittsburgh this year.
I don't know where they go.
They got an interesting week coming up here, headed to the trade deadline. It's tough to knock Pellick down in the neutral zone. Here's Lee to Horvat, left circle, back to Lee, one-timer, and Swayman made the save. Dobson at the blue line. Misfired on a pass, picked off by Beecher. Beecher cutting to the left side around Dobson. Fires one in front. Kastelik hit the outside of the net on a second effort. Now near circle. Koepke fires, and that one into the glove of Sorokin.
Again, Beecher, when he uses his speed, he's effective. And it doesn't have to be with the puck. That time it was. Gets that puck through the neutral zone, goes wide. He's going to end up centering that puck, and an opportunity for Kastelik initially, and Koepke tracks a puck down into the right wing circle and puts it at the net.
These guys will head off. Bruins bring out Zacha, Geekie, and Pasternak for this offensive zone faceoff. Geekie will take it against Zizekas. Pulled back behind the net by D'Angelo. Islanders looking to break out. Lifted into the neutral zone by Pajot. Settled by Pete. Backed it up to Lorai. Pass kicked onto the stick of Pasternak. Zacha gives right side to Geekie. His shot blocked by Romanov. Geekie stays with it out of the near corner. Around the far side, Lorai. Geekie got tripped up. Lost the puck. 3-on-1 here for the Islanders. Siplikov up the right side. Took the shot. And the save by Swayman. No rebounds.
Lorai's getting back on the play to try to make it the 3-on-2. And Siplikov has an opportunity to maybe pull up on that right side and then hit D'Angelo coming late because you got Lorai diving. And, D'Angelo's wide open. Coming late as the third guy. And he ended up putting it right in the chest. He could have gone to him right away with a little backhand sauce into the slot area.
Face-off win in the defensive zone here. Off the near wall, Kastelik pursuing. Bullock will play it off the far boards. To Witherspoon it comes, just inside the Boston zone. 2:40 gone here in the third. Bruins down 2-0. Callahan a dump in. Out of the near corner. Up ricocheted onto the stick of Boqvist. Couldn't get it past Koepke. Koepke now moving toward the high slot. Puck slipped away from him. Batcomb toward Fashing. Get a whistle, and the Islanders are offside.
It's hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off in the neutral zone. By the way, that game against Pittsburgh on Saturday, face off scheduled for 3-ish. Our pregame coverage will get underway at 2:30. As a shot kicked away by Swayman.
Ish, huh?
Ish. More ish than 3. Be about 20 past. You want to set your clocks. Puck kicked in deep.
Marchand's going to get a penalty behind the play here. He knocked down Pulak. Dobson.
Whistle comes here with 16:42 to go. Marchand arguing. Referee Brandon Schrader paying a whole lot of attention to him at this point.
Read Marchand's lips, saying, for what?
He's about to tell you.
Probably an interference.
Boston, number 63, 2 minutes. Interference.
That's the call.
So this will be the second power play of the night for the Islanders.
Well, Dobson had just moved the puck and Marchand knocked him down. I don't know. Wasn't too much there. A little late, but enough
to draw the call.
Yep.
The Bruins trying to clear the puck and do. Lindholm swings it toward the far side of the ice. Zacha skates over there and gets it deep into Islander territory. Here's Nelson from his own blue line to the red. Chips it down the left wing wall. Holmstrom into the near corner. Zadorov gets there first. Zacha gets it from him, and all the way back down it goes. Dobson circles back behind the net to retrieve. Brings out to his own blue line, now leaves it behind. Here's Nelson picking it up from there. Through the center circle and across the Boston line. Left wing side for Holmstrom. Down deep, Nelson kept it moving toward the far side. Horvat cut in front of Beecher. Plays it into the corner near side for Nelson. Holmstrom over to Dobson. Horvat, puck bounced away from him. Now he's hit by Lindholm. They can't get it out. Dobson to the blue line, gives over to Holmstrom. Takes down south of the hash marks. Back up top. Dobson over to Horvat. One-timer blocked by Wotherspoon.
Yeah, Wotherspoon giving it up and then retrieves the puck, uses the middle of the ice with Peak. It's a strong shift from Wotherspoon right there.
Peak gets it all the way down ice with 43 to go on the man advantage for the Islanders. 15-20 to go here in regulation. Lee finds Horvat cutting out across his own blue line. Now back to Lee, to Horvat. Sends it over to Pajot. Threw one through the slot.
He's looking for the return to Horvat.
D'Angelo kept alive at the near side blue line. Lee now out of the left corner. Shoved by Carlo. Puck comes free toward Koepke, and he's able to get it past Horvat, now to the zone. 13 seconds left in the Marchand penalty. Quick up to Horvat. Lee with his back to the net. Steps away from Callahan. Deals it down low. Gets it right back. Final 3 to go on the power play. Pajot, center blue line to D'Angelo. Marchand is out. Teams are at full strength. Romanov pushes the puck behind the Bruins net. Lee will take it back toward that far corner. Harassed by Lohrei. Marchand waved the puck back toward Lohrei. Pajot kept alive. Now Lohrei in the corner. Will reverse it in behind the net. Callahan the only man there. And the Bruins will head out. Boyle through neutral ice. Drops one off the blue line here for Marchand. Marchand shoots. And Sorokin with Pasternak right in his face makes the glove save.
Yeah, he's tracked the puck well. The Bruins haven't had as many grade A chances against him recently, but that's not bad there with a couple bodies in front. Pasternak's there. I think Coyle's hanging around the front of the net. Go back to that shift by Wotherspoon, killing the penalty. You know, you're in no man's land. You got to get down and block the shot. Make yourself as big as possible. He blocks that shot from the right wing circle, and then the puck kind of squirts towards the corner. He gets to it first. He's under pressure, and instead of trying to force it up the boards to get it out of the zone on the PK, the wide open guy's in the middle, his partner, in Peak, and that's the guy he uses.
Face-off win. Lohrei gets a shot through, but kicked away by Sorokin. Obviously, Wotherspoon, who had been healthy scratched in 4 out of 5 games for the injury to McAvoy, gets him back into the lineup as Swayman's going to pin one against the side of the net, get a whistle, and we'll take a break here with 13:56 to go in this third period. It's the Islanders 2 and the Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Turn down the noise and fall asleep faster. Drift off to indie sleep.
Got the music in it, babe, it's only right.
A channel that wraps you in an atmospheric mix of hushed indie sounds, dream pop, and instrumentals. Find Indie Sleep and a collection of other calming channels and podcasts in the Sirius XM app. Just search Sleep.
The best in MLS play on Sirius XM FC.
The beautiful game at its best.
First, the Vancouver Whitecaps host the defending champion, LA Galaxy.
Joseph Paixel, electric pace!
Then, the action shifts to Houston, where the Dynamo duel with Inter Miami.
He's in, Messi! It's a show tonight!
It's an MLS doubleheader Sunday night at 5 Eastern on Sirius XM FC, 157 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app. From in the crease to in the locker room.
Four Nations Team Canada face-off associate GM Jim Nill. You as a manager view goaltending going into the tournament in February.
You know, we're talking about 2 of the guys that won Stanley Cups and play in those type of pressure games. That's a pretty good resume to have. So we're pretty confident with it and pretty confident with the team that we're going to have playing in front of them.
Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and on your schedule with the Sirius XM app.
For every helper on a Bruins goal all season long, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families by visiting 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Bruins hoping to get a little bit of money going here tonight. Still 13:56 left in regulation, but they trail it 2-0 here to the Islanders. Both teams looking to end 4-game losing streaks. Bruins have outshot New York 30-15 so far in this one. But on the short end of that 2-0 deficit. Kastelik wins a face-off in the defensive zone. Zadorov will back it up toward the near corner, and Carlo volleys it out through neutral ice, but the puck gets up on edge and rolls down for an icing, and so they'll bring the face-off right back into Boston territory. This time it'll be Beecher to take the draw in that far circle against Pajot. This guy's a little anxious. They give Beecher a warning. Line up again. Pajot wins it. Back to Dobson. Dobson skates it toward the right circle. Tried to throw it in front. First one was blocked. Second one, Zadorov got a piece of it in front. Kastelik will carry it out. And now Koepke putting pressure on in the Islanders zone, but Pellick able to steer it in behind his net. On the near side boards, Kastelik wins it back up against Pajot as he goes into the corner. Now Dobson's able to seal him off. At the far point, Zadorov with a shot that gets blocked up and out of play off Siplikov.
This third period's been a little slower to kind of get going here a little bit. A couple chances for the Islanders, really not many for the Bruins. One possibly here in this third. Marchand had a shot through a little bit of traffic. Koepke had a shift where he had a chance. But you're looking for some of that. You're looking for a little spark somewhere right now. It's been that kind of game anyhow. You didn't expect it to be over the top. It just has not happened with these two teams this year.
Face-off, Geekie got it to Lorai over to Peak with a shot that went wide to the outstretched glove of Sorokin. Geekie pushes it back toward Lorai, moves it along the blue line, and now backhands it down the near wall to Peak at the hash marks. Lorai's back to the point. Tried to get it back toward Peak, but taken away, and Palmieri starts it out. Nelson through the neutral ice. Lost it, got it back, but now off of Geekie, it'll come to Peak. Thrown into the neutral zone, Romanov gave it to Holmstrom, and deep it goes around behind Swayman. Islanders will be perfectly happy with a nice, boring rest of this third period. Up 2-0. Sorokin off a played in behind the net. Gave away in the near corner. Geekie trying to get it to Pasternak at the back of the net. Could not connect. Lee out into the neutral zone with help from Nelson. Back in here by the Bruins, Parker Wotherspoon. Dobson will pick it up in the far corner. Duclair into the zone. Comes just out across the blue line. Wotherspoon tried to kick it and misplayed it a bit. Lee will dump back into the Boston end. Callahan quickly gets it to Coyle.
That was a better breakout right there.
Marchand tried to get it into the middle.
Yeah, he had Wotherspoon coming late that time in the middle of the ice.
Lee instead directs it back into Boston territory. Carlo takes a hit from Horvat, stays with the puck, and now reverses it to Wotherspoon in the far corner. Wotherspoon's pass redirected off of Marchand. Deep it goes. Sorokin will play that. The team's getting some changes on with 11.5 to go. Romanov back over to Boqvist from the red line. Dumps in. Near side. Carlo wheels it back around the far side. Got away from Zadorov. Bounced off of Gatcomb in the far circle. Came back to Romanov, and a shot goes wide. Zadorov able to outreach Fashing. Bruins get it cleared. Come back toward the Boston line. Zadorov turns it into the middle of the ice. Carries it to the red line. Now steps in across the Islander line. Stops along the right circle. Looking for help. Deals across ice for Pete. Down deep for Brazo. Tough. Out of the far circle. And again in behind the net. Got through Brazo. Near side Peak. And coming back toward the blue line. Elias Lindholm has to hustle back toward the Boston zone after an errant pass. Lindholm able to play it through Cizikas on the far side.
Cizikas let him go. I mean, if he reaches in there, it's a penalty, so just better off letting him go there.
Siplikov throws one back toward the Bruins end, and Swayman made sure it stays out of his crease. Kastelik walks his way up the right side, and deep into Islander territory. Zaka putting pressure on Dobson. Puck will come around the near boards. Zekas clears. Up down in the neutral ice by Callahan. Finds Zaka at his own blue line. Here's Parker Wotherspoon up the right side. Drops it off to Pasternak. Trying to stick handle around Siplikov. He knocked the puck free. They throw it in front and they score. Bit of a broken play, but the Bruins have cut it back within one. Pasternak's got it. And that is point number 800 in his career.
Yeah, he's looking for, he makes a nice move on Siplikov coming down the right side. He's going to track this puck down. He's at a bad angle. And he's going to throw this puck towards the front of the net. He's got Wotherspoon going to the net. He just throws it there. And it's going to go off of possibly D'Angelo or maybe the stick of Sorokin. But Wotherspoon immediately points at Pasternak. Wotherspoon drops it off, goes to the net. I think goes off of Sorokin.
So it's a 2-1 game. Still half a period to go. As the puck gets cleared through neutral ice here by the Islanders. Wotherspoon gave away. Nelson shot, hit the post. Rebound was loose in behind Swayman. It ends up wide of the net.
Pasternak just saved the goal.
Here's Romanov with a drive and a scramble for possession in front. It'll come into the near corner. And Wotherspoon try to play it up the wall. That gets cut off, bounces off Palmieri and goes out of play. So 9:25 to go, and the Bruins have some life here. Now trailing 2-1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
The son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. I don't think you understand. The son of Baconator, $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid in a combo or in third-party delivery platform.
Did you or a loved one serve in the military during the Vietnam era, the Gulf War, Iraq, Afghanistan, or any other combat zone after 9/11? Then you are eligible to directly enroll in VA healthcare. Additionally, veterans who never deployed but were exposed to toxins or hazards while training or on active duty in the United States are also eligible to enroll. Do it today. Call 1-800-MY-VA-411. That's 1-800-MY-VA-411.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank. Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
David Pasternak gets the Bruins on the board at 10:04 of the third period. Parker Wotherspoon assisting. It's our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order.
Yeah, not only does Pasternak get the goal, then that shot comes off the post. Pasternak just saved a goal, maybe twice. He slides into the crease, knocks the puck away, and then his body might have blocked the second opportunity.
Brock Nelson.
Wotherspoon, who had the assist and went to the net on the goal by the Bruins, but then he had a turnover there, and they got themselves into some trouble.
Pellick just got rammed by Zadorov, and then he knocks down Palmieri as well. Puck will come back to Dobson to the point here for the Islanders. Sent toward the back of the net. Zadorov pulls it away from Palmieri, gives to Marchand. Marchand skates it up into neutral ice. Carlo to Lindholm. Back into the middle for Marchand, knocked away from him, but Coyle keeps alive. Here's Carlo from the point with a shot that's knocked down by Dobson, who took it off the hand. Rebound in front. Coyle goes down. No call.
Well, if the call would have been made, it would have been made on Sorokin's, the leg of Sorokin sticking it out.
Here's a drive by Carlo. Scramble for it. Nobody can find it. Now Palmieri does. And he backhands it out to neutral ice. Wotherspoon back at his own blue line with 8.5 minutes to play. Pushes it toward the New York zone. Cleared right back out of there for Horvat. Left wing side. Took a shot from the top of the circle. And Swayman hangs on to it.
Yeah, Coyle tried to drag that puck around the right leg of Sorokin, and I think that's where the... Yeah. Kind of got caught up. Holmstrom is there as well, so it's tough to tell exactly. Marchand wanted the penalty right away. Oh, it was Holmstrom. It was not the right skate of Sorokin. It was Holmstrom's digging in with the stick that tripped Coyle up as he tried to go to the backhand.
Face off in the defensive zone here for Kastelik with 8:22 to go. Bruins down 1. A lot more life in the building here after Pasternak's goal. Face off win by the Islanders. Romanov with a shot blocked by Kastelik. Lee along the end boards. They'll come back toward the near side. Romanov at the point. Deep it comes again to Lee. Chased into the far corner. Back to the blue line. D'Angelo to Romanov with a long shot. Blocker stopped by Swayman. Goes out of play.
Fans, Bruins Hockey is brought to you by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions.
So for Pasternak, that goal is, as I mentioned, point number 800 in his career. It's his 31st goal of the season, 73rd point, and it extends his point streak to 16 straight games, longest such streak in the league this year. As Pelech with a shot wide of the net, thrown back out in front. Pajot got it back toward Dobson, fumbled it out of the zone, Kepke racing up ice to try to take advantage, but Dobson recovered. For Pasternak in that streak, 14 goals and 31 points in 16 games. Pelech, Dobson, and now up ice. Pajot finds Zizekas right in front. Swayman made a great stop on Fasching, took one away. And he covers it for the whistle as well.
Well, it's an unbelievable save, but it happens because you kind of run out of position. You know, you step up at the blue line, but you don't have the support in the middle of the ice. You got to protect the middle. And the Bruins leave it exposed, and there's two chances there from Fasching. He's got the first one that's a left pad save, and the second one also a left pad save off the pass from Zizekas, because it's a quick 2-on-1 that forms when you step up at the blue line and you leave the middle of the ice open. Zadorov had a couple of big hits his last shift, looked good. He stepped up for a hit there. That wasn't the time.
Got to pick your spots as Duclair works his way into the right wing corner here for the Islanders. Puck loose. Coyle will push it out toward the blue line. It gets out of the zone. Marchand up the left side. From the circle took the shot. Sorokin the save, and he covers it.
Yeah, it was...
Marchand and D'Angelo come nose to nose.
Yeah, D'Angelo's he's kept his nose clean for the most part, but he can lose it in a hurry.
He's
seen that in the past
here as well.
Marchand was digging away a little bit at Sorokin. So a quick 2-on-1 that forms to the neutral zone, but the Islanders are getting back on this play. It's really not there for them to try to move it over to Lindholm. He's got to take the shot, from the left wing side, and he does. It's a good save by Sorokin, and then Marchand was looking for a rebound.
7:17 left.
Marchand had to settle that puck down first. Then he got a sliding defenseman there. Romanov coming across and sliding to take the passing lane away. And D'Angelo taking exception to Marchand digging away.
Off the face-off, Geekie got it back to Lohrei. Gets it back to Geekie. He's upended off the near boards. Peak. Handed for Pasternak. Threw it through the slot. Out of the far corner. Ricochets back toward the point. Lohrei dumps it across the ice. Peak got it from Pasternak. Wheels it back around behind the net to the far side. Lohrei pinching down into the corner. Zacha's there as well. Lohrei comes free with a puck. Around toward the near circle. Still carrying as he brings it out to the blue line. Flips it over to Peak for a shot. Saved by Sorokin. Peak's got it back. Lohrei at the left point. On to Pasternak. Top of the right circle. Heels off along the near boards. Hands it back to Lohrei. Skating it down the circle. Lohrei tried to backhand it in front. Hit a body, and it's covered up by Sorokin.
Good shift. And Lohrai's got to do this, right? I mean, you're pushing now. in all due respect to the other defensemen that are out on the ice for the Bruins and dressed for this game, he is by far the most capable in the offensive zone. And they need him to be active, and that's a good shift with him, controlling the puck. That's where he can be at his best. Expect to see him out there every other shift.
And I feel like in the last few games he has been, he's typically pretty active in the offensive zone, but I feel like he's been even more aggressive lately.
Yeah, the confidence is there. You're without your top two defensemen, and so he's going to get the opportunity to shine, and that's where he can do it. His skating ability is excellent. He's got, the ability with the reach.
Islanders are going to get called for an icing here. 6:22 to go.
And he's confident. He's extremely confident with the puck, especially in the offense. Anywhere, actually, but especially in the offensive zone.
Another attacking zone face-off here. Bruins trying to get this thing evened up. It'll be Lindholm to take the draw. Near circle down to our right against Kyle McLean. And now Lindholm will be tossed out. Or check that. He gets a warning. It's an icing call. So take two. And officials dropped it. Lindholm didn't have his stick down yet. They whistle it down. Lindholm and the official having conversation. Now they get it right. Face-off win here by the Bruins. Wotherspoon over to Zadorov. Throws one toward the net. Blocked off toward the far corner. Come in behind. And pushed up the wall, but not out. Back toward the corner and back around behind the net. Dobson chasing to that far corner. Boyle comes over, puts a hit on him. And the puck jumps out of play into the Islanders bench on its way out of the zone.
Well, you get that goal. The Islanders had a really good shift after that, and that's where Pasternak came up huge defensively, making a couple plays to keep this a 2-1 game. But, now the Bruins have a couple good shifts in a row. That last one was a good one. Possession in the offensive zone. Lori right back out there, him and Peak.
Off the face-off, Pajot won it. Pushed out into neutral ice. Lori quickly got it to Brazo, and right back in they come. Beecher with a backhand shot from the near circle. Sorokin stick that away. Ellick knocked the puck down in the neutral ice and gets it deep behind Swayman. 5:45 left. Beecher.
Pajot went for a hit. He probably let up at the last second there on Beecher, but he had him lined up.
There's Lori carrying it ahead. Lost it coming into the zone. Islanders head back the other way.
That's a good example. When to move it, when to carry it, right? That time you move it and keep going.
Wotherspoon to Brazo. Here's Lori again to the red line. He'll chip it deep. He'll head off on a change as the Islanders with Horvat dropping it back for Romanov. 5:10 to play. Neutral ice. Carried in across the Boston line by Horvat. Into the far corner. Wotherspoon up against the boards against Duclair. Brought into the middle here for Geeky. Right in front of Swayman. Takes it. Heels up ice. Up the left side for Pasternak. Skates it in across the line. Centering pass. Finds Bo Horvat instead. Thrown back through the neutral zone. Settled by Lee near the red line. And he'll send one end over end towards Swayman. Short hopping in on the goaltender. Callahan. They'll start the Bruins out. Going from left to right with 4:35 to go. Dump in. Broke the stick of Holmstrom. Who goes to the bench to try and grab a new one. Puck behind the net. Brought out by Pellick. And angles the puck up the near side for Palmieri. Now Callahan just ahead of Holmstrom back in the Boston zone. Marchand tapped it to Elias Lindholm. Through the neutral ice, it's Marchand. In across the line he comes. Goes around behind the net. Centering pass looking for Coyle. Picked off by Palmieri. Palmieri ridden to the boards in the neutral ice by Zadorov. Coyle takes the puck from Matt Frey and brings it back into the Islanders zone, but couldn't connect with Beecher, who was just coming on. Wotherspoon will circle back behind the Bruins net with the puck. And 3:50 to go. Jump in by Beecher. It'll come around the near boards. Brazo trying to find Tufty. That one hit a skate, kicked out of the zone as Lori gathers it back. Peak with a rolling puck, trying to settle it as he turns back toward his own zone, chased by Cizikas. Now a giveaway in the neutral ice. Romanov brings it in across the Boston line, and Peak blocks a shot attempt and sends it up over the glass out of play. They'll step aside with 3:27 to go here in regulation. It's the Islanders 2 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank. Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Ooh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
For nearly 4 decades, WellPoint has proudly provided health coverage to Massachusetts residents through the Group Insurance Commission. Based right here in Massachusetts, WellPoint is committed to supporting state and municipal employees and their families who serve our Commonwealth. WellPoint is here for your whole health. To learn more, visit wellpoint.com.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Fans, check out the upcoming Hardest Working Player of the Week content on 98.5thesportshub.com Bruins page, brought to you by the Peterson School. The Peterson School is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, Haverhill, and Turner Falls. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more.
3:27 left in regulation here at TD Garden. The Islanders have a 2-1 lead over the Bruins. It was a 2-0 game after 2. David Pasternak scoring at the midway point of this third period to get the Bruins within 1. Now, we'll see if they can tie it up. Face off in the defensive zone. Elias Lindholm against Bo Horvat. Horvat wins it. Back to Pelech at the point. He'll steer it around the boards. Got through a host of bodies along the far side. Shot from the point by Pelech. Hit the outside of the net. Just dinged off the post. Now a chance for Lee moving in, but that one ricochets up and over the glass out of play with 3:12 to go.
Zadorov a little shake it up as he goes to the bench. He got tangled up and behind the net with Lee, went down, and if he went into the boards with his foot first or ankle first, just a little, finished the shift, but he's on the bench now.
Another face-off in the defensive zone. Beecher will take the draw. And he wins it cleanly. He circles in behind the net. Heels up the right side here for Kastelik. Kastelik will chip it down the right wing boards. Gets around Romanov and gets to it. Takes a hit from Romanov. Trying to keep that puck alive. Reaching in behind there, they do. Kastelik rolls it around the far boards and Wotherspoon at the far point. Here's Peak, center blue line. A shot through traffic, knocked into the far corner. On the end boards. Zaka will push it to Geekie in the right corner. Now to Peak at the point. Down deep, D'Angelo behind the Islanders' net. Gets possession, got it to Palmieri, who can't get it cleared. Peak will keep it in and get it to the back of the net here for Pasternak, a backhand stuffer. And Sorokin didn't know where it was.
He did not. He was moving that direction, but he didn't realize Pasternak was coming around that quickly on the backhand.
Hit him in the pad. Here's Zaka from the left circle. The Pasternak in the corner with 2:18 to go. Wotherspoon off the long pass. His shot blocked by Holmstrom. Down deep, Pasternak gets it out in front again, knocked away from Geekie. Peak, center blue line here for Wotherspoon. Has to recover it quickly, backhands it toward the near circle, and the Islanders get it cleared with 2 minutes to go. Swayman still staying put for the moment. Wotherspoon finds Lori coming out of his own zone through the neutral ice.
Should be going as soon as they get possessed. They're going now.
They dump it in. Islanders will get the quick clear. Swayman is at the bench. Extra skater on. Pasternak back at his own blue line with the puck. Gives it to Marchand. Marchand skates it to the Islanders zone. Down the right circle, a shot and a blocker saved by Sorokin. Far side board. Pasternak racing over to try to keep the puck in the zone. Marchand does, but it hits Lee and bounces back out. Bruins getting back on side. Marchand carries it back in. Sets up Geekie. Right back to Marchand. High slot. Got it over to Zaka for the shot, and Sorokin makes the save and covers it.
That's a good opportunity. A couple good chances. They're going to take a timeout here. Pasternak's been out there a long time. He's had a couple good chances, too. I mean, like I said, Sorokin was unsuspecting there when Pasternak came around on the backhand. He makes a good save there, getting squared up to Zaka on that last chance. I'm surprised here. The Bruins are going to call a timeout. They're just wasting time.
Yeah, but it waited until everybody started to line up for the face-off before doing it by a few extra seconds. So the timeout comes with 1:17 left here in regulation. And the Islanders with a 2-1 lead. Bruins, after trailing 2-0 coming into the third, they have come from behind to get at least a point 7 times this year in 27 opportunities when they've been trailing going into the third period. They are 5-20-2 in that situation this season.
They've been pretty reliable in the face-off circle today. They're going to take the face-off's going to be in the left wing side to the right of Sorokin. Possession is obviously the key, but you probably want to set up some kind of shot right away, at least a face-off play right away. And then it's a matter of tracking down the puck if you don't score.
So it will be Zaka, Lindholm, Marchand, Geekie, Pasternak, and Lori as the six-man unit. Zaka will stand in for the face-off against Pajot. Off the draw, puck to the end boards, wrapped around the near side, bounced away from Marchand out into neutral ice. Lori backing toward his own zone, shadowed by Nelson. Rink wide pass, here's Marchand, skates it in across the line. Right circle, wheels it toward the wall, hangs on to it under pressure. Gave it to Pasternak, back to Marchand with the hash marks. Marchand takes a look around, 55 seconds to go. Zaka to Pasternak, one-timer blocked by Cizikas. Zaka's got it right back. Pasternak out of the blue line. Hands to Zaka cutting out there. Back to Pasternak now with the right circle. Skates it down south of the goal line. Deals off far side. Geekie to Lori, center blue line. 36 seconds left. Pasternak in the left circle. Backs off toward the corner. Pasternak, wide angle shot. Sorokin save, and he drops the glove on top of it with 28.9 to go.
Yeah, everything running through Pasternak, but the Islanders just packing it in, right? Keep it on the outside. We'll give up possession, but that shot's going to come from the outside. We're not going to allow that pass into the middle to beat us. Pasternak had that puck on his stick. Seemed like the entire shift, right? You move it to somebody, he gets it right back.
In different spots, too. He's out, manning the point. Around to the far side circle. Here's Marchand.
Good
way to keep in. Right circle. Shot. Try to go short side high. Hit the outside of the net. 18 seconds left. At the back of the net, Elias Lindholm sends it hard around the far boards. Geekie tipped it. Lori kept it in. 10 seconds to go. Lori with a shot. Hit a body in front. Knocked away from Pasternak. Lori reaching for it at the blue line. Kept it in. Geekie's one-timer. His stick snapped in half. Pasternak back of the net. Trying to bank it in off of Sorokin. And the siren will sound. And the Islanders will celebrate a 2-1 victory as they hang on to win this one and take 2 out of 3 in the season series. We'll be back to TD Garden with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Accord or HRV.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
For nearly 4 decades, WellPoint has proudly provided health coverage to Massachusetts residents through the Group Insurance Commission. Based right here in Massachusetts, WellPoint is committed to supporting state and municipal employees and their families who serve our Commonwealth. WellPoint is here for your whole health. To learn more, visit wellpoint.com.
Hey everyone, Adney and Verkin are talking about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Verkin Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch the movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit, and the cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Verkin Demers, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner boss.
Inner